talking about Fear Street?
No, the little horror books that we used to read.
I'm pretty
those
sure
had,
it's
like
called
all
Stay
the
Out of the
grotesque,
Basement.
like looking.
That's Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
No, not Goosebumps.
Stay out of the basement.
Stay out of the basement.
See, I told you.
That's it.
Or no, I said there was something in the
You said
basement
there
or
was
something like
something
that.
in the basement.
No,
You said
it was like
stay
the
out of
hook.
basement. Yeah, that one was
Oh,
always
Urban
me and
Legend.
Ada's
Oh,
favorite.
no, that's what Fear Street was.
What?
Yeah, Fear Street. The Fear Street sagas and
Fear
stuff
Street?
like that.
That's really
Yeah.
good. What,
Yeah, the
what are
Fear
we talking
Street-
about?
No,
The movies
it
weren't
said
bad.
horror. I remember
No,
it
the
said
movies
horror
were
or
good.
I thought the
something.
movies were good.
No, the movies weren't bad. They're coming out with another one.
They came
Are
out
they?
with like an
Yeah.
actual
Mhm.
show about it.
Those are R.L. Stein too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
were
like
more-
the Fear Street.
They were geared
books.
more towards
teens.
I don't know if I've
like,
ever read
yeah.
the books, but the movies were really good.
Yeah, the movies were pretty good.
I used to read Goosebumps crazy.
Yeah, that
in
first
middle
movie, dude.
school.
Whenever they until the end, you're like, oh my god, it seems
Yeah.
like everybody's gonna survive in that like they kill off like
Yeah.
You're like,
two or three
oh
main
shit.
characters, like holy shit, like
Yeah.
and they even like the one dude goes through that like cutter,
No, that's
Yeah.
the chick.
or they have as a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes thugh that cutter thing, like holy fuck.
Yeah, because she was
Out
a
of
good
nowhere.
character too. I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
I was like,
he
no,
did.
no.
Yeah, he did.
Because I was expecting her to get away.
He
last
did get a
second.
little bit more graphic in those books and stuff. Like
Which
they
is
were,
cool.
they were really good.
I'm
I
good
liked
with
them.
that.
I like the Fear Street.
I was
Yeah.
expecting her to get away, and then she went through that grinder. I was like, oh.
I think the problem was like we were all reading Goosebumps well past the point that we should have been reading Goosebumps. We didn't transition into Fear Street until we should have. You know what I mean?
I'm
Until
almost
we
40
did,
years
and we're
old.
like,
No, like I did. I was like, I don't know, 16 or so, and then I'm like, oh, I should have been reading these.
Yeah.
Oops.
oops. Oopsies.
What are you looking up, Eric?
The
Oh
Fear Street
no!
books?
Oh, those. Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
Scariest stories to tell in the dark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That shit was good too.
They did a movie of that
and,
one too.
and those were a little bit,
more fucked up.
yeah, like we were little reading that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you guys watch the movie?
Mm-hmm.
that kind of? Yeah.
Yeah, that fucked him all kinds of up.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a Guillermo del Toro. Did he just produce it? He didn't direct
I think he
it.
produced it. He didn't
Yeah.
direct it.
It wasn't that movie could have been way better.
It could have been
like that fat lady
Yeah.
thing in the psych ward or whatever.
That
it
was about
in
the best
hospital.
part, I thought.
That part was freaky as
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
Like she absorbs that kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, like if you'd have just done that the whole movie, like you took the stories and did shit like that with it, we would have been
some
okay.
aspects of that movie were really good. I'm like, but most of the movie's just a miss. It's like,
Yeah. They could have done so much better with that movie because the books, man, those were fire. Like,
fire.
They
Fire,
were.
oh
Those were
God.
fire.
You've been talking to Jack, haven't you?
Yeah, those were fire. They were.
They were though. Dude, those things were so fire.
They
I
were.
love them.
They were so.
Especially because like you had like
what
these,
kind of fire was it? The blue kind or the red
Definitely
kind or the
blue.
yellow
yeah,
kind?
yeah,
The
the
blue
hottest
kind.
kind.
The hottest kind.
Yeah,
The
the
hottest
hottest
kind of fire.
fucking
Ooh,
fire.
that's the best fire.
Quit making fun of her. She's speaking my language.
See, I'm talking to the kids.
Talking
Yeah.
to kids.
She's being hip.
Mhm.
What
I'm
are you
with it.
being? Probably back or something.
They like me.
Whatever.
they
Welcome back.
She's not
don't like you because
lying.
you don't talk their language.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, next time you get on to it, be like, yo, that's not hip, bro. Be more respectful to your fam.
You're not even fucking hip right now.
You know,
Everybody's looking at her. Everybody's like listening right now. Like, hold on. This is the young one that's on the podcast.
you
Like,
done fucked up, AA
Yeah,
Ron.
the people that don't like actually tune in and see our faces, they probably think I'm the young one. I know. I'm just
she said fire. That 17-year-old just said some weird shit though. What? That is not how
that is
17-year-olds talk.
hilarious.
Anyway.
She's an old soul, okay?
She is. She really is.
Anyway, welcome back.
Do people not talk like that? Could have sworn they did.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Uh,
They don't even talk like that.
That
back when
literally
it
sounds
was
like an old
supposed to be the
person
way you
trying to
talked.
sound like a kid.
yeah.
What?
We are the Bonsai Movie Crew. Don't forget, check out them socials and stuff. Go to down in the description and clickety-click.
Check it out.
Clickety-clack. Anyway,
Just look at it.
Huh?
So just look at
Yeah,
it.
just click on it. Let it take you there.
No, he means just stare at it.
Or stare at it. I mean,
You could, if you stare at it hard enough, it'll flip screens. Go try.
it'll burn it into your retinas, and then you can just always remember the links.
Yeah, do what you want.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anyway, let's talk about some internet stuff. Well, it's not really internet stuff. Did anybody watch the Jake Paul
I knew you were gonna do
Yeah.
and Mike Tyson fight?
Yeah.
I tried to.
The fights before that were very entertaining.
So the first one was kind of meh. The second one was really good though. That was a good fight between them two dudes. Them fucking swole them faces.
Yeah.
And then the fight, I didn't get to see the fight between the chicks because
it was a
that
good
was
one.
whenever shit started fucking up with Netflix.
It was a good one.
I know, that's what I keep hearing. I saw some highlights of it, and I know that
Katie was kind of dirty.
I say she kept headbutting her. And
Yeah,
shit.
she headbutted her and made her eye gat. The other one gash,
and I know her manager or whoever he was pissed.
Yeah,
going the fuck off.
Yeah,
going off about the referee and everything.
Yeah.
So, but what do you want, man? It's a Netflix ran fucking boxing competition. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how in regulation it is, but it seemed like it was kind of janky a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
Like the hosts were bad.
I heard that they all had weighted gloves or something.
No, they didn't have no weighted gloves.
They're not weighted. They weigh a certain amount. I know
they were 12-ounce.
I know
gloves.
Jake Paul and Tyson have heavier gloves on. But
or not 12-ounce.
I don't know what they are. But the I didn't get to see the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. I just heard about all the aftermath and I saw the highlights.
Mike came out the first 2 rounds. He was doing pretty good, and then
I could tell he was getting winded.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just watch the highlights. How about we do that? And let me find it here.
Okay, I'll reserve judgment then.
I mean, let's face it. His old ass should not have been in that fucking ring.
Well, I'm just saying, like, how excited can you be when you beat up an old man?
When he told them he was going to face Mike Tyson, we are putting the real.
You can see Mike was coming in the first couple rounds.
Yeah, he's got the moves in there now.
He was coming in.
That was the first. Yeah, see, there he is. They say pretty much after he took that first like real hit from Jake.
Tyson 7 of 34.
I like how they had to pull out the trunk colors. Like
right there. See, I think that's what got him.
That round 3 is when he started.
Mike Tyson taking punishment.
See,
but you also could see Mike was actually holding his punches back too.
He only threw like 90-some punches.
Right hand first. Right there. And
Jake Paul what is he doing? He's like slapping him in the face.
Right there. Find out sometime, but in terms of
like watching his form, it's not even like
he's turning into
Jake Paul's form. I don't even like it. It's like he's not a professional.
He's open.
He's open because this shit's rigged.
Wow. Right on Tyson's nose, good shot. A little bit lower, it might have ended the fight, but that was a good shot. Looked like it hurt Mike a little bit. And then you see a left hook right there that was partially blocked by Mike's shoulder, but then Mike landed a left hook on the neck. Hit him clean.
We see he like hit him, and then he didn't like even pull his arm back. Right? He's trying to smack him again. It's like, how do you get any power to that second swing? It's not even worth it. Any trained boxer is gonna know. Like
the one knockout left in his arsenal.
Like, what is that? What is he doing?
I'm a 54-year-old man. Many of my
I saw so many memes of this fight.
Wondering.
You can tell Tyson's just getting tired.
The old guy could do it for the rest of us. Unfortunately, reality had other ideas, and as much of a cliche as it is, it's because it's
this
true.
Is the 8th round too, so you know they're fucking wore out.
Oh wow!
Tyson's final victory was against Clifford Etienne. The show of respect. That fight lasted 49 seconds. This one goes 16 minutes. And it ends at the final bell, and what a moment it has.
Yeah, you're rich, man. I'm rich too. We just got paid, dude.
Bucci sees the contest 80-72, while judges Lawrence Cole and Jesse Reyes see it 79-73, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake El Gallo Paul.
Shake his hand or don't.
Well, it happened. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul is such
and
a tool.
Crowd here.
All he's doing up there is fucking. All he's doing is. God damn it! Where's the fucking mouse? He's doing up there is trying to sell a brand. That's it.
That's why they whipped out that Prime.
I don't know what that. He's like spraying something.
Now he had Prime in his hand too.
But I don't know what to take from this. I heard that Tyson was getting paid incentive based on how many rounds he went for, and also, but Jake Paul made like an asinine amount of money off of that fight. And there's some kind of fucking deal in the contract and shit where it's fucking retarded. It's all a big fucking. It's a big publicity stunt. Is all it is.
Well, this is my take on it. I don't really have any skin in any of it. I didn't really care either way, obviously. But here's how I look at it. One, Netflix fucked up. They should have been more prepared.
Oh, for sure.
They did nothing but pump this fight up. They had all the time in the world to prep for it. They are a mogul now. They should have been completely prepped and ready for this.
It was their servers crashing on them, dude. Like, the influx of people that's going to be watching.
Rent some fucking servers, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, anything.
Do whatever you got to do.
Anything other than what you did. So
Did
that's
everyone
point
go
one.
down?
Yeah, everybody. And then you would try to reconnect and be like, you need to check your connection.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah. So that's point one. Point two, and the last point that I have is that it doesn't really matter who made what money or what the reason was or who was doing what or who made money or who didn't make money. None of that matters. The point is that Jake Paul beat up an old man.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Mike Tyson made money or Jake Paul made money or Jake Paul won or didn't win.
Any other person in their right fucking mind would be scared shitless to get in that ring with Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
He was not scared at all because he knew the outcome. He knew what was going to happen.
To me, that point is neither here nor there. Like, any self-respecting young person, I don't care who you are, what amount
How
of respect
close
you
you
have
are.
is not going to get into the ring with a nearly 60-year-old man
Yeah.
and go, yeah, I want to fight you.
You're right.
Like, I don't care if it's Mike Tyson or not. You're not going to get into the ring with a nearly 60-year-old man and go, yeah, this is fair. I don't care.
Now, fight him back in his prime, I'd see that. Just to watch him whip your ass.
Well, either way,
Like,
it doesn't matter because then
would,
Jake Paul
too.
would have been a baby. So I mean, it
Right,
doesn't
I know.
matter. And either way you look at this, the fight was not fair.
Who's
Whether he beat him fair or not, it was not fair.
Who was the most recent big champion and shit in boxing? What was his name?
Most recent?
Yeah, another black. He was a black
And
dude.
heavyweight?
I think so. What was his fucking name? I can't remember his name, but put him in the ring with him, dude.
Anybody else?
Tyson Fury was the most recent heavyweight that I remember.
No, it was before him,
Anybody
it was-
else within his weight and age?
Right.
Well,
yeah.
he faced
So-
Tyson Fury and lost.
Okay, so again,
Because he's not good.
I don't.
He's just a guy who keeps trying to sell a brand. That's all it is. He's
I
trying to
don't-
sell his brand and make money.
I don't care one way or the other, I guess, but those are the 2 points I have. There's no way to come out the other side of this smelling of roses. You beat up an old
The
man.
sad part, I think the most disappointing part about this whole fight is if Netflix could have done it right, they could have started something huge.
Yeah.
Alexander
With streaming-
Alexander Usyk is the heavyweight
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I
boxing.
remember that.
boxing
But
champion.
like Netflix could have started something huge by having live events, live boxing events, live UFC
Oh yeah,
events.
they fucked themselves royally.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
They fucked up. I know the Dallas Cowboys owner was on there talking about teaming with Netflix, blah blah blah.
Well,
it's
they
gonna
were
be
supposed
great.
to take over like WWE or
They were supposed
wrestling
to,
and
yeah,
stuff
but I
too,
think
yeah.
that fell through something to do with Vince McMahon or some
Oh,
shit.
okay.
I don't know though. I don't know.
Okay.
I'd watch WWE if they put it on Netflix.
I mean, you can watch it now. It's on fucking Paramount
but
Plus
I
or
don't want
whatever.
to. Do we even have that anymore?
Well, you can't
No, I
even
got
really
rid of
say
that
anything
shit.
because they're doing better with their live events. Obviously, I mean,
They don't have pay per view no more. Whenever they do their WrestleMania, it's streamed right there on Peacock. Or
I'm
whatever
just
it is.
saying that
For
it
Paramount.
doesn't. But they're still
I
doing
think it's on
better.
Peacock.
They're still doing better because obviously their numbers
Right.
are still huge. All I'm saying is that it doesn't really matter. Point one is that Netflix fucked themselves, and point two is that a young man beat up an old man. So it doesn't matter who got paid and for what.
That's like
And
somebody
Mike
walking
Tyson
up and
sold out.
smacking.
You know, if Mike Tyson did it to get paid, he sold out his legacy, which he doesn't care about legacy apparently, but he sold out his everything he worked for. Apparently, in my opinion, he sold all of that out for a paycheck, which if he doesn't care,
you know how much those ringside tickets were going for?
Yeah, Mike Tyson
seats?
didn't sell out his legacy. He still has his legacy.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
You know how much
I guess,
those ringside
to him,
seats cost? $2 million a seat.
I don't care.
That's got to say something.
I mean, I don't care.
Everybody was signing up for that to say this is Tyson's last fight.
Yeah, to me, I don't care. I don't.
He said at the end of the fight that he still will fight another day.
I don't care. I don't care one way or the other. I didn't watch the fight. I didn't plan to watch the fight. But
you want to see an old man fight a younger man? Go watch that Rocky movie.
Well, like I mean, this is the way I look at it. Jake is going to continue doing this if people continue paying for it.
Yep.
And the reason why people,
because I wanted to watch Tyson shut his ass up.
The reason why people will continue paying for it is because people want to see Jake Paul lose. Everyone wants to see Jake Paul get his ass beat.
It's the same reason you watch wrestling. You have the good guy being Tyson, and you have Jake Paul being the heel,
the arrogant.
It's crazy. That's wild.
You have
Jake. That's what it is.
The good guy.
You have set up.
Okay.
No, I mean it's crazy that
Jake
he's the
Paul.
good guy.
Jake Paul is the Don King of his era. Okay, he knows how to set up the fights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he knows that if he can bring in the money, he can bring. He knows how to bring in the money. He knows how he can be the arrogant prick, and he knows if he can continue bringing. If he knows.
And he can sell it.
He knows he can sell.
Yeah, I know.
That he can be the asshole, and everybody wants to see him get his ass beat. And he knows that if he gets an opponent like Mike Tyson, that everybody thinks he can whip Jake Paul's ass, even though he's out of his prime.
Is he going to put this under his wins, like his wins that I beat Mike Tyson?
Yes,
like that's under my belt. Like
he is.
You know he will.
Yeah.
And he'll put that and sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
Just because he knows that will bring in the attention.
You cannot like it all you want.
Jake Paul, he's smart.
Dumbass people watch this shit.
But he's smart.
I wanted to watch it. I just want to watch Tyson.
He knows how to.
But I didn't realize how rigged.
Right.
I didn't realize how set up and rigged it was until it happened.
Oh,
the execution and everything was just bad. The commentators were bad. Everything about it was bad. Well, the only good part about it were those middle two fights.
Just like Floyd Mayweather Jr. Smart. He knew how to pick his fights. Why do you think he was undefeated? He knew how to pick his fights.
Well,
Eric's right.
Well, maybe Jake Paul could choose, somebody.
Everybody feels it. Everybody feels the same way, but that's why when he picked Tyson Fury to fight, that was a dumbass move. That's why he lost.
That probably was his arrogance getting in his way.
It was.
I can beat him.
But now he's starting to pick the other fights, like Mike Tyson, all these other ones, to bring up the big money that he knows he's going to win. But it's also bringing, all this fame and glory, because everybody wants to see these old timers come back into the fight that might have the chance to knock him out.
So I don't want to, we're all from Ohio, and so are the Paul brothers. They're from Cleveland, Ohio. But don't think that people from Ohio are as douchey as they are. We're not. I'm almost ashamed to say that they're from Ohio.
I'm just saying he's smart. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, there's douchebags.
He's bringing money in.
Yeah.
They're from Cleveland.
He's bringing the money in.
I know his brother Logan Paul. He was in wrestling.
Yeah,
and I don't know if he's still doing it or not.
I think he is. I don't
think he does it all the time. I don't think he does it full time. And then he's also got a podcast that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he seems a little bit more like
I've listened to his
of a nicer guy than Jake. Anyway, I don't want to waste any more of my brain cells on this.
Both of them start off on YouTube?
Yeah, they both started off as influencers.
Well, Jake even started off on Disney.
Did he?
They both did.
Oh.
They were on Disney.
On what?
I don't remember, but they were both on Disney. I remember that.
Anyway, I don't want to waste any more time on this. Like it or hate it, it happened, and where our dumbasses all tuned into it.
I did.
Or tried to, anyway. So, anyway, moving on here. Let's,
I watched it for other fights, too.
Creator profile. We're not talking about it, Eric.
The other fights were interesting.
Oh, the other fights. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were good. Yeah. Anyway, anybody know who we're doing this week?
Bill Paxton.
You goddamn right it's Bill Paxton. Come on now.
Who the fuck is that? No.
Right. Get off my podcast! Fuck! You motherfucker!
Chet.
Who's Chet? No, I'm just...
We can't leave him like that. It'll ruin Christmas.
Bill Paxton. All right, Madison, go ahead and read that shit.
Bill Paxton, early
My
life.
room's okay, I won't kill him. I'll just hurt him real bad. Sorry.
Paxton was born on May 17th, 1955 in Fort Worth, Texas, where his father worked in the family's lumber business. Paxton's father was also a supporter of the arts and he frequently took his children to the movies and other cultural events. Paxton showed an early interest in movie making after graduating from Arlington Heights High School in 1973. He spent time studying at Richmond College in England with his friend Danny Martin. There, Paxton met fellow Texan Tom Huckabee. Sorry, I don't know why I paused. The three made Super 8 movies together when they returned to Texas. In January 1974, Paxton decided to move to Los Angeles to break into the film industry. His first job was a production assistant on an industrial film for Encyclopedia Britannica, a gig he landed through a friend of his father. Paxton then worked as a set dresser for the King of B movies, Roger Corman, for a time. Before long, he landed his first role, a small part in the Jonathan Demme?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Directed Crazy Mama, 1975. At the age of 21, Paxton headed east to attend New York University, where he studied with famed acting instructor Stella Adler. When he was inspired by Adler, Paxton dropped out after 2 years. I didn't see any point in a degree. I didn't see where I'd be filling that in on an application for any kind of job, he later told Texas Monthly. He then returned to Los Angeles. Film career: Titanic, Apollo 13, and Twister. In 1990, Paxton
I hate that they add Titanic in there like it was a huge role for him.
Right.
He's in like 10 minutes of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah. He's literally like in the
he's in like
present day.
0.10 seconds
Yeah.
of the movie.
Yeah, he's not in a lot of it at all.
Or 0.10%.
Yeah.
In 1980, Paxton had some success with a short film he made called Fish Heads, which was shown on Saturday Night Live. He landed a series of small roles appearing in such films as 1983 military school drama The Lord of Discipline and the science fiction hit The Terminator 1984, directed by James Cameron. He later rejoined Cameron for another sci-fi classic, Aliens 1986. One of his most memorable early roles was in John Hughes's Weird Science 1985, starring Anthony Michael Hall, Illan, Michael Smith, and...
Because he beat Ellen, dog. See?
Wow.
They don't speak like that?
No.
Okay.
Mi scusi.
Yeah. You should be sorry. And Kelly LeBrock. In the film, he played the evil older brother of one of the lead characters, a villainous turn that left a lasting impression on many moviegoers. We watched that last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. After years of playing character roles, Paxton showed his abilities as a lead actor in One False Move, 1992, co-starring Billy Bob Thornton. Thornton.
You just say Thornton.
Just say
Thornton.
Thornton.
Okay. After, I don't know, I said after, that's literally nowhere in my view. He earned rave reviews for his portrayal of a small-town lawman, involved in the pursuit
You
of...
say lawnman?
Shut up.
So he's out mowing lawns. Has he got a badge?
I
He got a
don't know.
badge whenever he mows lawns.
Do you have
Put
a-
that cookie down!
I'm the grass police. Your hedges are too tall.
I'm
You're under
sure.
arrest. We have to fine you for that.
Is that what you tell Crystal?
Lawn and order.
Lawn and Order. That's the name of the
Lawn and order.
Anyways.
What's his name, Hector?
I am the lawn.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Madison.
He apologizes in advance
Oh,
for
God,
that.
no,
Which
just-
one is it?
No, I don't apologize for shit, all right?
This one?
No, that's not it. Don't press that. Don't press anything. Are you still laughing about it?
He said he was imagining like a Mexican RoboCop.
My God.
You're like a Mexican Judge Dredd.
That's what I was thinking.
Yo, I'm gonna continue now. His work on the small independent thriller leading to much bigger films. That was the end of that paragraph.
I'm trying to do like an accent, like,
I know. I was trying to think of
yo,
something.
man. Like,
I know. I was trying to think of something funny to say, like in a Mexican accent, but I couldn't come up with anything. I'll be honest.
Every time I try to do a Mexican accent, and it's in my blood, okay? I can't do it. I turn out being Indian every time.
That's no good.
No, it's not. It's kind of.
I feel like it's a little racist to try to like do a good Mexican accent because it always comes out as like a Mexican gangster. So like, I try not to do it because it's usually like
Trying to sound like
yo
that.
vato, like you know what I mean? Like,
You're trying to sound like a
I'm not trying to
cholo.
do that.
Anyways, after playing Morgan Earp in Tombstone, 1993, Paxton was.
And we're getting canceled.
Right. You gotta be somebody to be canceled.
I know.
Paxton was back in the mix for 2 more Cameron films, appearing
Yeah.
as a used car
we get
salesman.
somewhere and immediately get canceled.
So this podcast of yours popped up from a few years ago. Are you gonna take away like millions of dollars?
Because we don't have that yet.
So future me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll just
All because we had to make stuff make up like
We're
Mexican Judge Dredd.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not even going to be this episode. It'll be something that we've forgotten about
Oh,
by
yeah.
now.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
episode 43.
I forgot I said that.
Whoops. Y'all
You
were...
know I didn't mean it like that, right?
And it's
Doesn't
probably
matter.
something that
Okay.
not even offensive now, but will be
No.
offensive in
Oh
the
yeah,
future.
yeah. It's definitely
That's
something
usually
that
how that
we
works,
haven't even planned
Yeah.
to be offensive yet.
Like, oh my God, they were talking about
Flushing a fish down a toilet.
P. Diddy. They don't know about his childhood. Cancel him.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
No,
This-
we really don't.
No.
We don't.
And as a treasure hunter in the blockbuster hit Titanic, 1997. He also portrayed Fred Hayes. Fred Hayes? Sure. In the true life space drama Apollo 13, 1995, directed by Ron Howard. And a storm
True
chaser
Lies.
in the natural
Funny as
disaster blockbuster
He wasn't
Twister,
True Lies. Yeah. He pretty much
1996.
played the same guy
Mm-hmm.
as the guy from Predator 2.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Only not a cop.
Well, but he wasn't. He had a good arc in Predator 2, though. He was actually a good guy.
True.
In True Lies, he was just a sleazebag through and through.
Yeah, but he was awesome.
He was.
He was awesome. He was
Did you
definitely
just
the...
piss yourself? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Are we ready, guys?
Yeah.
Sorry, Bill Paxton.
We like
is-
Bill Paxton.
He's near
a
and dear to my
lot.
heart. Like Robin Williams. He's like right in there with Robin Williams. to
Yeah,
me.
except he was more like a brother, not so much like a dad.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Robin Williams was our dad. Bill Paxton was our brother.
Our older
growing
brother.
up. Yeah, he was like
Who is Rick Moranis? Like the inspirational uncle.
Like
Our
our
little
cousin.
brother.
yeah, our little brother.
Our
Yeah,
little
even though he
brother.
was older than us.
Our
yeah.
little nerdy brother you had to
Yeah.
look out for.
Yeah.
Make
yeah,
sure
you
he
felt
doesn't
like you
get
had to
punched in
protect
the-
him.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't get punched in the street in the middle of Hollywood.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
innocent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you wanted to like tell the assholes to stay away from him. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
who
gotcha.
Rick Moranis was.
I don't punch that guy in the face, man. Come
Like,
on.
what the fuck
It
are
was in
you
the
doing?
back of the head, actually.
Sorry, don't punch that guy in the back. What are you doing?
It was fucked up. Who punches Rick Moranis in the
No,
back?
he got
of the
his comeuppance.
head? I
didn't
hope
he?
so.
No, he
Don't
didn't-
punch
didn't
him,
he-
just
didn't he
smack
get
him.
arrested
I
or
think
something?
so. I know that
I thought we
he put him
talked
in the
about it.
hospital.
Yeah, but didn't we talk about it on here? He got like arrested. And he
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, he got
Something like that,
arrested.
yeah.
he got arrested. I remember hearing about that.
I heard he got raped in jail too. I'm making
Good, he
that
better.
up. I
fucking-
hope he
yeah,
did. Though.
I hope he did. Actually, Nothing against other rape victims in jail,
And
but
there goes the cancellation.
Yeah, there's the second.
they're talking about rape
You
victims
don't
in
know
prison.
what happened to that guy beforehand. You know what? And you don't know what kind of day he had.
Day. Oh, sorry.
He went in the yard, worked out, played some b-ball with the boys.
Oh man.
Went and folded underwear for about 4 hours, and then went back and there Bubba was in his cell waiting.
I was talking about the day he hit
Cock strong,
Moranis,
man.
But yeah.
No, I knew where you were going.
Okay.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Oh.
Bubba was gonna find out.
Yep.
Bubba was gonna find out.
Okay. Anyway.
Yep, we're getting canceled.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time.
It's a good thing we're not
So we're
famous or
spending
ever
it-
plan on being famous because We're canceled
this
already.
is just fun.
We're splitting that million that we're getting raped of like 4 ways, right? Like 25.
there she is talking about rape again.
Shoot.
You think
Wait,
they're gonna flag
25.
that word on YouTube?
Probably. Well, we're not monetized, so
It'd be two.
if we tried to monetize it, yes.
Give me a sec.
Okay.
It'd be 250,000 each.
For $1 million, yeah. But
Yeah.
we're not getting $1 million.
Yeah. No,
We
it's
could,
gonna
though.
get taken away from us for being canceled. We're gonna get sued.
At least I'll be able to say I was a millionaire once.
No.
Yeah.
No, buddy, we won't have that much money. That's the problem.
Fuck it.
Taking out a loan, I guess.
Fuck them. I don't want their money if that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why we don't monetize.
I'd rather be poor and be able to say whatever I want.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Was that expensive piece?
It was.
Dad,
Yeah.
you're so zesty.
I don't know
We're
what that
spicy.
You're so zesty.
All right.
He's just like button happy over
but
there.
I love that nobody understands what that means because all you gotta do is be like, oh, okay.
Does that mean like I'm spicy or something?
He's a
Or
does
spicy
that mean I'm
meatball.
like zesty?
You're so zesty.
I
that
don't
sounds
know.
no. That sounds bad.
Does sound bad. It sounds like she's
Making fun of
not
me?
saying something that you want to be.
No, that sounds dirty.
What does zesty mean? Is that something the kids are saying nowadays? Oh, like
So it's spicy.
girlfriend? What?
Zesty.
Like
Oh,
hey.
you're hey. Oh.
Whatever. Doesn't bother me.
You're so zesty. That's your new name is Zesty.
Bitch, please.
Oh my god. Next. Additionally, Paxton explored opportunities behind the scenes. He served as a producer for 1997's Traveler, a drama about a group of con artists. A few years later, Paxton made his directorial debut with the crime drama Frailty. Got this, guys. Believe in me. 2001. With
Macu?
Macu? Oh my.
I told you to have confidence in me and screw
Do you
up
want
2
me to
seconds.
finish
Macu
it?
Mathonathay.
No, Macu McConaughey.
Okay, Michael.
She's gonna get the last part right because she said Macu.
Yeah.
Mackin
Y'all, this
on
podcast-
Macu.
Jesus.
This
Mackin on
podcast,
Macu.
this podcast is giving me dyslexia.
It's not dyslexia if you just can't read.
No, it's dyslexia.
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey and Powers Booth. He followed up that effort with 2005 golfing story, The Greatest Game Ever Played. Television roles, Big Love. After several years of lackluster film roles, Paxton landed the leading role in a new television series, Big Love, which debuted in 2006, followed the lives of Bill Henriksen, a Utah businessman and polygamist.
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous.
But there's-
Polyamist.
But there's a G
Polygamist.
Polygamist. I think
Yeah,
that, yeah, it's
polygamist.
polygamist. Yeah, that's the word.
there. And his 3 wives, played by.
Don't even say their names. You don't have
Thank
to.
you.
Say
Jennifer
it.
Goodwin. That sounds familiar.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the girl from Once Upon a Time and
Oh,
Stir of Echoes.
Did she play as Emma or Snow White?
Both.
Is
Sure,
she
I
blonde?
didn't watch
Does she
the
have
show.
blonde
She was
hair?
the girl in Stir of Echoes too.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
she?
yeah. She's the main girl, the main
Yeah.
character.
Yeah,
The main character.
Emma.
Sure.
Blondie.
There you go.
Right
Her
there.
name's Emma Swan.
Snow White's daughter.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's her.
Dude, I've watched it so much, he knows who it is.
And she was in House.
Yeah.
That's why you know who that is, right?
Yeah.
I know her from House and from Stir Echoes.
I know of
I
her
just
from House,
know
but
that
I
she
know
was
her
in-
more from
I just know that she
that
was
show.
in that show because I watched like the first half of season 1, I think. I couldn't get into it.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
I love it. Dude, you have to look past the cringiness and the bad green screen.
I really tried.
You should watch Arcane.
Oh my god, please do. Please do.
The first season was
Please.
amazing. The second season was leading up to be
Pretty
just as amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's only 6 episodes out right now. There's gonna be 9. And
well, there's 6 episodes for season 2 so far.
yeah, there's gonna
and-
be 9.
Yeah, the show's fucking amazing. I just
should-
love that.
You should
show.
check out Tulsa.
Write it on your wrist so you can start it tonight.
Won't be
She's
tonight.
not watching
Oh.
it tonight. She's got to get up for work in the morning.
So, I have to be up for school in the morning. Doesn't stop me. Anyways,
Read. I'm sure she gets up much earlier than you.
what time you get up, Karen?
5:30.
What?
Same as me. I get up at 5:30.
I get up at
Can't you tell? I'm yawning.
7.
All right, keep going. Come
Anyways, what? Buddy, I love you.
on. Bitch, please.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Here it
Sorry.
comes.
Are you happy? Or are you gonna fuck me up?
That one should be like at the ready when this starts.
I should just have my finger right there and just.
At any point in time. You happy? You're gonna fuck me up.
The zesty. We need to get a zesty one, okay? We need to get a zesty one. And then I just need one button right here that says zesty. And then no, that doesn't say zesty. And then I'll click it, and then Dad will know I'm talking about him immediately. Please.
Whatever. Just
Please.
read. Come on.
Fine.
You get through this.
Oh, man. Now I don't know where I was at because you guys. Oh, yeah, Jennifer Goodwin. I've always thought that the show is a metaphor for untraditional couples and untraditional families. We live in a modern society where the traditional man-woman union isn't the only accepted norm anymore, he told Vanity Fair. Paxton earned numerous positive reviews and 3 Golden Globe nominations for his work on the series. Despite his character's unusual beliefs and practices, he succeeded at making Henriksen believable and real. As one critic put it, Paxton takes what might have been an unsavory creep and makes him sweet. Even Universal, the ultimate overtaxed man. After Big Love ended in 2011, Paxton moved on to other projects. He played Randall McCoy across from Kevin Costner's Devil, Ants Hatfield. Ants Hatfield?
No, it's Hatfields and McCoys.
Mhm.
Hatfields and McCoys.
It doesn't say that, but okay.
It's Hatfields and McCoys.
It's down here. In 2012,
That was a good
History
fucking little
Channel
miniseries, though.
Miniseries, Hatfields and
You guys watch that?
McCoys.
Oh, it's good.
About the legendary feuding families. He was nominated for an Emmy for the role. In 2014, Paxton appeared as the villain John Garrett in the TV show Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He returned to TV in 2017, starring as a rogue cop in CBS's Training Day, a police drama adapted from the 2001 film. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know that.
We did. Of course we did. We know when our brother dies.
Yeah. I was there at his funeral.
Are you sure?
I held his hand while he died.
I
Yeah,
feel
we were
like-
at the hospital. I was there too, Dick.
Oh, yeah. You were
I was
getting
on the
Were
other
you
side of
just
the
about
bed.
to say
Getting
you had
coffee.
the hops for
I was getting coffee. Uh-huh.
Were you just about to say you had the hops for his corpse?
No, I
No.
don't. I did. Not even a little bit. I
You-
was there for the conversation.
No?
No.
Dude, he started to say something and then like you guys cut each other off and then you both started talking again. And that's what it sounded like he was about to say. I have the hots. And then he stopped.
Madison, where's your mind at, dude?
No.
If that's what you took
Okay,
from it.
okay.
We had this whole conversation about holding his hand
I
on
don't
the
know
dice.
what I
You got the
meant.
hots for his
and
corpse?
coffee.
You guys.
Getting coffee.
You guys.
I have no
Earlier
good
in
bumps
psychology,
for this.
he
No,
had
I
us,
got nothing. Huh?
earlier in psychology, he had us write this thing. It was like, what was his name?
Necrophilia?
John got into college and what happens to him afterwards or whatever. And Anne got into college and like it was, yeah. So what I wrote, I was like, So John went in, partied too hard, and then he got kicked out because he was failing all of his classes. And then he got jealous of his girlfriend, Anne, who he met in high school, and got jealous of Anne, right? And tried to kill Anne, but Anne put him in the hospital. And then, like, for Anne,
Jesus.
it was like...
Well, we know what
And
kind of
for Anne,
psychology
You got
you
a very
need.
sunshiny and roses way of looking at life, huh?
And then Anne, right, she got in a, it's happier for her, okay? She got in and her boyfriend,
Hope so.
John, tried to kill her, but she ended that very quickly. And then she graduated college with a doctorate's degree and became the world's best surgeon, performing the most successful surgeries in the world.
So, Karen, on this note, on psychology, what would you think her brain's at?
In the gutter.
I need more time.
In the meantime, we're going to admit her to a hospital. For further
Probably be a
evaluation.
good idea.
All right, finish it
Guys,
up.
but I'm happy. What?
Finish it up before,
I think she's done.
before they come and get you.
His
Are-
death.
Yeah,
There's a whole, 6 paragraphs of it.
Jesus, a whole 6 paragraphs.
What?
That's gonna make me cry. You got 6 paragraphs to talk about him
Oh,
dying?
there's 2 paragraphs, and then it goes to personal life.
Oh, okay.
Paxton died on February 25th, 2017 after suffering a fatal stroke following heart surgery. He was 61. A representative of his family described the actor in a statement. A loving husband and father, Bill began his career in Hollywood working on films in the art department and went on to have an illustrious career spanning 4 decades as a beloved and prolific actor and filmmaker. Bill's passion for the arts was felt by all who knew him, and his warmth and tireless energy were undeniable. His friends, co-stars, and fans expressed their condolences on social media. Dang, his friends didn't even go to his funeral to do that? They're not true friends, guys. The following year, it was announced that Paxton's family and estate had filed a wrongful death lawsuit against surgeon Ali, Koinezad.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You're like, is that right? I don't know.
She was there,
And-
remember?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, right.
I never knew how to
We
say her
shook
name,
that
though.
guy's hand.
She
oh
signed
my
it.
goodness, you're the reason why it failed. You shook him with the glove after he washed.
Yeah, but we didn't know how to say their name.
Oh,
I did
okay.
think it was a little odd that he spit in his hand before he shook mine.
You
I
probably
bet you he
should
spit
have
in his
mentioned
hand
that.
before he went for surgery too. Anyways, and the Cedars Sinai Medical Center in
I
Los
feel like you should have told Dad.
Angeles, according to the
I seen him
lawsuit, the
sneeze.
hospital mispresented and or concealed information relating to the risks of surgery and care that would be provided and or failed to adequately explain the proposed treatment or procedure. Phew, that's a lot of doctor stuff. Additionally, the family claimed that the hospital failed to disclose that Dr. What's-Her-Face was going to use a high-risk and unconventional surgical
Oh,
approach
shit. It was a female.
with which he
Okay.
lacked experience.
You don't pay attention at all.
And that the doctor did not...
Like when she spit in her hand to shake mine.
Yeah, obviously you weren't paying attention. She had boobs.
She had dip in her mouth, too, which is even worse.
Who are we talking about again?
The doctor. She had dip in her mouth and she spit in her hand before she shook mine.
Listen.
Oh, that wasn't
I'm
dip.
pretty sure the doctor was not my mom. She's not smart enough for
Maybe that was the problem.
that. Anyways, and that the doctor did not properly arrange for continuous care and coverage. Personal life. Paxton was married to Kelly Rowan from 1979 to 1980. He married Louise Newbury in 1987, and they had 2 children together, James and Lydia. In addition to his acting career, Paxton formed a new wave band called Martini Ranch in 1982. He also provided the voice and his likeness for the character of Khan, head of research at the Atlas Corporation for the 2014 video game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies. Yeah. That's it.
Alrighty. Well, I think we all know where this is going. Favorite Bill Paxton movie?
Frailty.
Frailty?
Yeah.
Frailty too? Okay.
What was last week's movie again?
Weird
Weird
Science.
Science.
Weird Science, probably.
You've probably seen other Bill Paxton
I'm
movies.
about to
Yeah.
look it up. Give me a sec.
It's hard for me because I love Near Dark. It's like one of the best vampire movies in my opinion because it's a Western vampire movie.
Meh.
Fuck you. I love that movie. I don't care.
I've
I've
seen
loved that
it
movie
once.
since I was a kid.
I've only seen it once, to be fair. And
But then there's Aliens. And let's face it.
Oh, I like the Terminator. What, did he have a big role in that?
Not
No.
really.
He was in like, I don't know.
5
20
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
barely.
He's
He
one of
was-
the punk guys at the beginning.
That gets killed.
Yeah. He's not even the one that gets his clothes taken away. He's just
No.
one that gets beat up.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to go with Aliens because game over, man. But he was great in Predator too. Also, he just
Oh, he was in Spy Kids too.
wasn't in a lot of it. I guess.
Yeah.
Not,
About half.
Yeah, he was in it. I guess, but I wish I would have
Just
had more
wasn't.
of him.
Yeah.
That is definitely a douchier version of him. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Most of his younger or earlier roles are douchey.
True. But if I had to
Yeah, I
choose
like
between
Aliens.
Predator 2 and Aliens all day. It's got to be Aliens.
I like
Oh, yeah.
Aliens too.
Like I love Predator 2, but Aliens is the shit. That's one of James Cameron's best movies. So Aliens. Yeah, I'm gonna go Aliens too. So
Aliens. He wasn't in Aliens too, Dad. Just saying.
it's because there is no Aliens 2,
Shut up, Dad. You're not supposed to point that out.
moron.
Moron. But I think Bill Paxton.
Let's talk about the movie.
Let's talk about that.
Are you happy or are you gonna fuck me up?
Yeah. Both.
All right. So this week we watched Predator 2, the sequel to the 1987
Fuck. Did we? No.
classic. I think it's 87, wasn't it?
Sure.
I
I
don't
thought
remember.
this one came out in like 80s.
This one came out in like 90 or some shit.
90.
I think. Was it 90?
Was it 90?
I thought we were supposed to watch Prey. No.
Go ahead and read
Shit.
it.
I can't wait for that
Police
one,
chief in the war-torn streets of Los Angeles discovers that an extraterrestrial creature is hunting down residents and that he is the next target. Rated R, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Danny Glover plays Lieutenant Mike Harrigan. Gary Busey is Peter Keyes. Ruben Blades, Danny Archuleta. Maria Conchita Alonso. Leona Cantrell. Bill Paxton is Larry Lambert. That's as far as I'm going.
Alrighty. I guess I'm reading.
I need a haircut. Let me
Alright.
read.
Are you actually going to read it and not fuck up every
Don't
word?
even, because I talk and you're bad at talking too, and I probably inherit it from you, and all you do is interrupt me. So.
It's not very long.
I guess you can read.
Groovy.
How do you
What are you doing?
kind of get rid of that?
Are you doing no watch and
Oh, yeah.
recommend or no?
Oh, yeah. What'd you watch? Would you recommend, Madison?
Yes, and yeah.
Fuck yes and fuck yes.
Yes and no.
Say you would recommend.
I'd probably recommend it because people should watch it. If they're gonna watch Predator, but I probably won't watch it again. Sorry.
Well, Karen's gay. What about you,
Yeah.
Oh,
Eric?
Would I watch?
you're the
or
zesty one.
Would I recommend? Yes. Would I watch again? Probably not in anytime soon.
Okay, so that's the gay side of the room. This is the cool side. Don't worry about them.
That's the controversy side or whatever. The side that has its own opinion.
About people being gay?
Don't put me on the same side as you.
You're gay too. Shut up.
I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
If you were gay, you wouldn't act like it. You'd be like, yeah, bro.
Not all gay people are dudes, Dad.
Gay women usually act like dudes.
Not all the time.
Whatever.
I think I know like one chick that's gay that actually acts like that.
Then why did you throw on this like prissy attitude thing? Gay girls don't act prissy.
Some do.
I have never met one. Have you?
Yeah, because you guys are adults. No adult acts like that. Name one adult
No,
that
wait,
acts
no,
like that.
no, that's not true. I actually have met one two gay women that act prissy, but their girlfriends act pretty butch.
Yeah, see, that's normally the opposite.
So there's a dynamic. You could
Dynamic.
you could throw that out there that there's usually a dynamic. So
I wouldn't know. I'm straight.
Suck it.
so am I. But
Yeah.
I mean, I meet people.
I meet people. You sound like Jeremiah.
Don't you talk to people?
Stuff.
Yeah, I know
I know
stuff.
stuff.
Don't you talk to people? I like people. I like to talk to people.
Yeah.
I'm not a people person. I just meet people.
They're like, hey, how's your day? I'm like,
I know people.
eh.
Yeah.
I know people.
People talk to me. I don't know why. Do I have a face like that says "talk to me"? I don't know.
That's what I think. Like, why do you talk to me?
I don't want you to
Yeah.
respond. I just want to talk to your face.
Like they just come up and start talking to me. I'm like, why?
Why are you speaking to me?
Do I look nice?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and start reading.
In 1997, Los Angeles was suffering from both a heat wave and a turf war between heavily armed Colombian and Jamaican drug cartels.
I love that the future in this movie is 7 years in the future, and it's only 1997.
It's really not the future. I mean, there's
It's the future to them, though. Like when this movie was made in 90, it's like, oh, it's 1997. It's 7 years in the future, and all the gang wars.
So dystopian.
It's so I could see him doing like, okay, we need this movie to be like modern day. We need it to look modern day because we can't afford to go
Yeah, we
futuristic.
can't go too far.
Can't go too far into the future.
But they tried to make the guns look futuristic
a
in
little
a sense
bit like
because,
his big ass fucking gun. With
yeah,
the scope
and like
on it.
and her like that was throwing me off. Like her gun had like fucking attachments on it that just looked
That
really
didn't look-
fucking off.
and didn't like they shouldn't have been there.
Yeah,
they served
like-
no purpose.
Yeah, like the thing she had on was like, what the fuck is that shit? Like
and
it
his
was
had like a giant laser or something on it. It was like a massive fucking laser. I'm like, you couldn't have found something smaller for that.
Well, they didn't even bother like changing out cars or making anything look different
No.
other than the guns.
Hell, half the cars in the movie still look like. Hell, I remember the opening scene there. There was a few of them that like were '60s cars. I'm like, all right, well, they're destroying classics now. Here we go.
Oh my god. Let me talk about the car. Like, you can keep going. We can go into that, I guess, a little later.
Which one, the Pontiac or
Fucking
the big G bodies?
I guess stuffing a couple of bulletproof vests in the windows just make it a tactical vehicle, I guess.
yeah.
Like,
Well, then he opens up.
well, but no, hold on. So he just he stuffs a couple of just two. By the way, he doesn't try to do anything else to the car except,
and then he just sticks his
and then
head
he
out the window.
just leans over, and that's
he's
enough.
like leaning out. He's like,
That's enough. That's
Yeah.
enough, right? Well, if I'm a shooter and I'm shooting at this tactical vehicle now, I'm not going to shoot at the bulletproof vests. I'm going to shoot low, and I'm going to shoot at the driver's side.
Yeah,
No, I'm
shoot the
shooting at
per-
the vests.
Right? Like,
That's the only way you're gonna be able to hit him is through the vest.
right, obviously.
So the part that so this catches me every time. Whenever he drives up, gets out, and he like sneaks around that like five guys, and he's like, "Hey assholes! Why would you say their names,
Dude, Jeremiah said the same
Why
thing.
would you say just shoot them?"
He's like, we're not in the situation where you're trying to hold on to your honor here. Like, just shoot them. This
Yeah.
is a gang warfare thing.
He says, "Hey assholes," and they all turn around like, "No,
yeah.
just shoot
No.
them."
And
Yeah.
the
Well-
acting was like, oh my god.
Okay, but then he shoots
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah.
He shoots one of them. And the solution for this guy is, don't worry about it. He's not going to die, because what he's going to do is he's going to grab a handful of coke and then rub the rest in the wound. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
in the
I'll be
wound.
fine.
Yeah. I like that guy though. He knew what the fuck was going on. He's like, I need a boost of energy. What better way to do it than take a face full of cocaine
I know.
and then rub it in my wound?
I totally understand that, but it was wild to see.
And the other one's like getting geeked out, like, yeah, like what the fuck?
Doing
It's
Super
fucking
Saiyan
wild
Yeah.
to see. Is all I'm
That
saying.
dude was getting ready. His hair was about to turn yellow, dude.
It was like seeing the, you remember what was the ninja guys in what's that movie with Kurt Russell, and he drives the truck. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh,
Remember
Big
when that
China,
one
the electricity
ninja guy,
dude.
and he's like, and he like blows up. It was like watching those guys, but not blow up.
It was entertaining.
It was
as fuck, though.
the electricity guy when he's got the little things going. And he's like,
But you gotta admit, though, it adds a certain campiness to it, and it's pretty
a
entertaining.
certain amount of campiness, yeah.
Like there are some things in this movie I'm like, why?
I guess
like,
it's
the
like
way-
when you
the way
look
they
at
talk-
the contrast between the first and the second.
Oh yeah, but not really though, because there's a lot of campiness in the first one with all the muscle-bound fucking soldiers.
Yeah, there's a
and
lot less homoeroticism in this.
Stick
man,
around, you know what I mean?
when,
Like,
when he first pulled up and like the way they were acting, like the way the girl was talking to him, it was just like, wait, just don't go there. It was like that's just how I was catching on to it. I was like,
100%.
man.
and then the girl for like being such a badass, she's so like, hold on, we can't do that. That's a bad idea. And then like the whole time they're like sitting there and they're like trying to explain to him what's going on, and yeah, we're down, man, we're down. And then she's like she's ducking bullets the whole time. She's
Yeah.
moving around. I'm like, why is she moving so much?
Yeah,
Like there's not bullets flying past her head.
yeah.
I feel like the more you move, the more you're gonna get noticed. Like,
Right.
I would
Yeah.
sit still. So
And I don't think they actually ever really talked about why the Predator went to the city.
because it's the concrete jungle. That's the only reason. They
I
pretty
feel
much
like they're
marketed this
smarter than
as
that.
he's moving from the jungle to the concrete jungle.
I feel like they're smarter than that, though.
Well, I figure what this is there's a big gang war
Cash
going
grab?
on, and he's looking for the big game. You know what I mean? So like, and that was the main character.
Yeah, no, I get that, but like the problem is that they've existed for thousands of years, undetected for a reason.
And he's just kind of prancing around.
And they're like, oh yeah,
LA.
let's go to this city where there's lots of people and just
I know it
Here I
doesn't
am.
make that aspect doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. But really though, I mean, the more
and then at the end there's like 7 of them, so apparently there's been the 7.
I know,
of them
but the
roaming
more you
around
get
the
into the
city. I know I'm
series and
jumping the gun
stuff,
a little bit about
yeah,
that.
well, the more
but-
you get into the series, all the movies, they really don't hide that much though, unless they want to be hidden. You know what I mean? Like in Predators doesn't really count because it takes place on an alien planet. But like after that, like the Predator or whatever, that one, I mean, the Predator's out in the open just killing everybody. And then there's Prey.
Yeah, but one could make the argument though that was because of after the city thing, like the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But like
Well, in
before
Prey,
that,
though, he was
nobody
very
had heard
open.
about these things. Nobody knew about them.
Right. I don't know that they care, to be honest with you.
Maybe now they don't.
It's no different
But-
than a hunter walking through the woods and every animal in the woods seeing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they can be hurt. They can be killed.
Yeah.
It's not like they're impervious.
I don't know.
It just wasn't. It was a weird setting for a Predator.
See, I like the setting of this one because it's hot and sweaty and like very, very gritty. That's what I like
I
about
get
it.
it.
So
I get that.
that's what I think my favorite thing about this movie.
I think
is
they
the
could have
grittiness.
done it. They just made the Predator way too inconspicuous.
I think that he's, in my opinion, in this one, he's the weakest predator of all of the predators.
I don't understand why
That's
they
where I'm
only
at with
read
this
one
movie. Like
sentence.
this was not my favorite Predator movie.
I don't know why they left. They were like, oh yeah, let's so like we put the Predator in like the concrete jungle and all that. That's fine. I'm cool with it. But like the moment that they like make the Predator just like, oh, I'm gonna go basically climb the fucking, Empire State Building. No, that's New York, but I'm gonna go climb this huge building and just show everybody in this fucking city that I'm here. That's dumb. Like to go and just like kill people and like hide and like be cloaked and like go after people in the city. That's cool. That's a Predator thing to do. But like to show up and like let people know he's there, like a mass amount of people, doesn't really make sense.
Like if he would have went there and like started like the whole point of this movie was for him to go there, hunt down like the biggest game, like the crime lords.
Yeah.
Like if he was there and he was going after like the big crime lords and killing them and taking their heads and shit, and then going on and disappearing, man, I think that would have had some major
Yeah. Like, the way they started this thing out, like, where he was, like, killing these people or whatever, and they had no idea what was doing it, that was cool as shit. Like, if they'd have kept that up, I mean, okay, you had the campiness and stuff, which I could kind of go, okay, whatever. But, like, he was, like, you know, doing all this stuff, which, you know, kind of, in a way, was like, oh, that's kind of lame, like, he's the good guy.
So,
but, like, the fact that they didn't know what it was, and that it was, like, this whole thing.
I think you're missing the point, though. I think that what you guys are missing here is, so he automatically targets Harrigan right at the beginning. At the beginning of the movie,
because Harrigan
he
like a badass.
He drives in, he shoots those 5 guys. That's his lion.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who he's hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So what he's doing is pulling him in closer by eliminating his targets.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever he went in and killed the Voodoo King or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what he was doing. He was narrowing down his targets so that he was trying to make him angry. That's why he killed his partner and his other partner and all that shit to make him angry. He wanted him at peak form, so whenever they fought, he could take away that trophy.
Right.
That would be the ultimate trophy.
I get that. But he could have kept doing it without, like, you know, showing up in the subway in front of 1,000 people.
True, I guess, yeah. I don't know why he did that, honestly. And
that's probably my biggest problem.
Yeah.
Is that scene in particular. You show up
we'll
in front
get there.
of thousands
Let's read the movie. We'll get there.
Guys,
we're already in the review.
I don't care.
Sure, whatever.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
In 1997, Los Angeles was suffering from both heat wave and turf war between heavily armed Colombian and Jamaican drug cartels. Predator watches a shootout between the police and Colombians, observing as Lieutenant Michael Harrigan charges into the firefight to rescue 2 wounded officers and drive the Colombians back into their hideout. Before the police can follow them in, the Predator crashes through a skylight and kills the Colombians. Harrigan and his detectives, Leona Cantrell and...
You almost said Cantrell.
That would be funny.
Can't help it. And Danny Archuleta.
Sure, yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Find the Colombians have been slaughtered. Harrigan pursues the gang leader onto the roof and shoots him. Catches a glimpse of the camouflage predator's silhouette, but dismissing it as an effect of the heat.
So that gang leader, that's one of those guys who's like one of those henchmen in every fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like I bet this is probably the biggest role he's ever had in his whole career.
Yeah.
But every time I see him, I'm like, hey, it's that guy from Predator.
It's definitely like the most screen time I've seen for him.
Yeah. He's always that background guy.
Pretty sure I see him in Last Action Hero too.
He was in Last Action Hero.
Isn't he the ice cream guy?
No.
Honestly, I believe he was in the first Predator. Whenever they go into and attack the village, that little village or whatever, that little camp or whatever, he's in that camp. I promise you, he's in there.
You're probably right.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to confirm this just so I don't look like a jackass.
Predator 1 and 2.
He's in Predator 1 and 2. I believe.
It's funny, like you see the credits.
I'm gonna look him up. Keep reading, Madison.
Alright.
Died in both.
Harrigan is rebuked by his superiors for disobeying orders. He is also introduced to Special Agent Peter Keyes, leader of the Federal Task Force, purportedly investigating the cartels, and Detective Jerry Lambert, the newest member of Harrigan's team. The Predator then kills several Jamaican cartel members who are murdering the Colombian drug lord Raymond Vega. Despite being ordered to wait for Keyes, Harrigan and his team enter the penthouse.
Okay, so his name is...
Jamaican skinned corpses suspended from the rafters.
His name is Henry Kenji. He is in the first Predator, and he's also in Predator 2. So he's in both movies.
Fantastic.
So, good for him. Hold on, I want to see what else he's been in, because he's always that guy. He was apparently in Venom. Most recently, he's been in the Continental Show, Fast X, The Gray Man, Fast 9 or whatever. 21 Bridges, Venom, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So he's in a lot of shit. Monster Trucks, War Dogs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows, Captain America. Holy fuck, he's in some big ass movies. He just does stunts.
Yeah, he's probably a stuntman.
He is. Batman vs. Superman, Furious 7, Stretch, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Need for Speed, Fast and Furious 6, Total Recall, Act of Valor, Transformers. God damn, this dude is in everything.
So
Every action movie known to man, this guy is in.
He's a major stuntman.
See, this is what we're saying. Like, we need to have a show that talk about these guys. The guys that nobody's, like, you see him, and you're like, hey, it's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you see him, because he's been in so many movies, but nobody knows his name.
Yeah.
He's in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. So, he's in all kinds of stuff.
He's that guy.
Just like that Asian dude that we always see in movies. Like, he was in Die Hard 2. He was the one getting the snack.
He's got.
And then he was also in Last Action Hero. He takes the cone to the back of the head.
The ice cream. Yeah.
Keyes kicks Harrigan's team out, but Daniel later returns to continue investigating. He finds one of the Predator's spear tip weapons in the air conditioning vent, but is then killed by the Predator. Harrigan vows to bring down Danny's killer, believing that they are dealing with an assassin. A forensic scientist finds the spear.
Yep. He was the best one.
Yep. He didn't deserve it.
A forensic scientist finds the spare tip does not correspond to any element on the periodic table. Harrigan meets with Jamaican drug lord King Willie, a voodoo practitioner, who tells him that the killer is supernatural. After Harrigan leaves, the Predator kills King Willie. Cantrell and Lambert are intervening in a mugging on the subway. When the Predator attacks them, Cantrell herds the passengers to safety while Lambert faces off against the Predator and is killed. The Predator is about to kill Cantrell as well, but releases her when its thermal vision reveals that she is pregnant.
See, okay, so the whole subway scene, I didn't like. So for two reasons I didn't like it. For one, Bill Paxton died way too fast, way too easy, in a very
non-dramatic
way, I guess. Well, I mean, it was slightly dramatic. But I think what really killed it all was the flashing. Constant flashing. It's like it's the worst part of the whole movie, in my opinion, for that reason. Because that flashing drives me up a fucking wall and you can't see anything.
Right.
Especially with as old as the movie is. Back when this came out, what was it, like the fucking resolution was like 480? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was nothing. It was all pixelated. So seeing it already like that, it has to be hard enough on a television. You know what I mean? So, but like, yeah, I hated this fucking
I felt
scene.
like his death was useless.
Anticlimactic. Yeah.
Well, it was useless. Like, he didn't have to die.
Well, like I said, all this was to fuel Harrigan.
I get that. But plot-wise, or like, I guess for the audience, I'm staring at this screen like, okay, I understand that that's why the Predator did it. Like, that's his reason. But, like, plot line or whatever, like, he could have gotten away. Like, or, you know, there could have been a way for him to get away. He didn't have to stay in that car and die.
True. I think the ultimate goal there, though, was to kill the girl more than him.
Sure.
Or both of them.
No, I get that. But I'm saying,
I get
like,
what you're
you know,
saying whenever, like, he just reveals himself to an entire train full of people.
Yeah.
And,
like, to get to Harrigan, Harrigan, I get that's his ultimate goal. But that, I feel like, was over the top and didn't actually lend to that end goal.
I also didn't like that as much as he shot at the Predator, he didn't hit him one time.
Right.
Yeah.
He's in the same train cars. I mean, he's like literally from like, well, maybe not.
Well, he was
farther,
hitting him.
but still, like bam, 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 and he's no, he wasn't hitting him because they didn't show any blood or anything. Nothing.
Well, that was the thing. It was like it was hitting him, but it wasn't hitting like his
ricocheting.
Yeah, it was like ricocheting off of him.
I didn't see nothing ricochet.
It sounded like it was
because the bullets were like literally going into his silhouette.
Oh.
Because you could see the bullets going into the
I
figure.
couldn't see anything because of the flashing.
Yeah, like you could see the gun was pointing into the silhouette.
Is that not the part where you hear the ricocheting too?
Yeah, but because you could see the gun was pointed through the silhouette towards, you know, when the camera's like going through the silhouette, and he was firing, but it was hitting the silhouette and nothing else.
I don't know. I didn't care for that part. I didn't care for Bill Paxton's death.
No.
Mostly because it's Bill Paxton.
I didn't think there was a reason for it. I mean, like, I think that they tried to paint it off like he was doing something heroic, but he didn't have to die. I don't really think he had to. I mean, I get that it lent to the plot, and that was the ultimate goal, was lending to the plot, but they could have found a different way.
I guess maybe, but I don't see any reason why he couldn't have died or why he shouldn't have died.
The timing, he could have gotten away.
I suppose, but
like by the time that the Predator got to him, they had already stopped and everybody was off the train. And then he was...
No, they weren't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was because everything was still flashing whenever he flew through the air after he got a hold of him.
Okay, you might be right.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, I still feel like that whole subway scene, I hated it. I did not understand why it would reveal itself to 1,000 people.
I get that. Like, that is kind of bothersome. But there's an even bigger one ahead that I want to talk about that drives me even more nuts than anything else in this movie.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it when we get there. And it's something small, but it just drives me up. Ever since I was a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? So, we'll keep going, though.
Harrigan chases the Predator, but is stopped by Keyes, who reveals that the killer is an extraterrestrial hunter with infrared vision. Uses active camouflage and has been hunting humans for sport. Cities the events of Predator. Keyes and his team have set a trap in a nearby slaughterhouse using thermally insulated suits and cryogenic weapons in an attempt to capture it for study. However, the Predator sees through the trap by using its mask to scan through various electromagnetic wavelengths and kills the team.
When Harrigan notices that it can see them, and he hollers in at the team and says, like, hey, blah, 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 and the guy, like, who is this? Get off the line. And he just drops it and runs.
Who the fuck he is.
Like, why wouldn't he just, like,
Listen.
Shut up and fucking listen to me? He can see you.
Yeah. Or why wouldn't he just listen in general?
Or just anything other than dropping it and going in.
Well, I mean, I don't understand why Keyes wouldn't have listened to begin with.
Well, in either case, though, like, that, but also, it took him 3 times as much time to go out, get weapons, and go in than it would have to just say, shut the fuck up and listen, it can see you.
That part where he goes out to his car or whatever and gets his guns and he opens up he like grabs that bag, slams it down, opens it up, and all them guns are neatly placed inside the bottom of the bag. I'm like, convenient.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
got OCD, leave him be.
No, but I mean, like, he slammed the bag down, like, they didn't jumble up or nothing.
His OCD
They're just perfectly placed in the bag.
For him.
Yeah.
Like, somebody was there before they, like, shot that scene. They're like, hold on, I want to organize these guns.
No, hold on, that's driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy. Yeah, but he slams the bag. I don't fucking care. We're going to place the guns in here neatly. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
And then, like, Garber freezing up. Like, the guy that's running the whole entire operation, he's just like,
you're fucking trained. Yeah, you're
like, he's
trained
been
for
doing this for how many years?
Yeah, you're trained for this,
and
dude.
he's like, I don't know what to do. That whole thing.
Scene. The FBI was definitely like, that whole FBI thing and everything was kind of stupid. Don't get me wrong, Gary Busey in this is great.
That whole scene was bad, though. That whole scene was bad. They like, whoever wrote that scene, somebody should have went,
Who wrote that?
No. You got to figure out something else here. Because Garber, why does he freeze up? That doesn't make any sense. And why would the guy just say, "Who is this? Get off the line!" Like, that doesn't make any sense.
And they could have just easily sent Garber out, but they needed somebody at the end.
Yeah, they would have. They would have had to say, like, okay, you need to find a different reason for Harry to go in there.
Yeah,
like the radio stops working. That just came out of my head. Like, that just off the top of my head. Yeah. The radio stops working because, I don't know, the Predator jams it or something.
He jams it with like a frequency.
His high-tech frequencies or some shit. Any number of different reasons for him to have to go in there other than, who is this? Get off the line.
Yeah, keep this line clear. Like, what do you do?
Fuck?
It doesn't matter who's talking. Somebody's talking to you from your comms.
Yeah, literally.
You should probably listen.
Somebody from your trailer out there is saying, hey, something's
they can
wrong.
see you. I think I'd be listening to that.
I mean, the fuck. Anyway.
Harrigan intervenes, shooting the Predator several times and removing its mask. Still alive, the Predator kills Keyes using a throwing disc and escapes to
This is the part that irritates the fuck out of me.
Harrigan knocks it over.
Hold on. Stop right there.
I can't say it before you talk
Just
about it.
Just go ahead.
Thank you. Harrigan knocks it over to the side and finds himself on a narrow ledge with the Predator hanging below.
Okay, hold on. Stop right there. You're going too far. So the part where he kills Keys, he throws that disc, and you don't see Keys actually get sliced. His torso falls down. Where the fuck is his upper half? Is it just floating in the air?
No, you see,
Does the gravity not apply to his
It's frozen
body?
to a cow.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you stick your tongue to a pole.
He stuck his tongue out to the cow real fast?
No, his upper body part, the blood just got frozen to the cow, so it just
No, I was actually going with you on that, but I was thinking the flamethrower got stuck, like after he bit it, his finger like let go or whatever, but the heat was still on the nozzle, so it stuck to the cow, and then it held the rest of them up there.
I'm not going for any of this.
No, I'm just saying his upper body got stuck to the cow.
Maybe he hung it on
you
a
guys
meat
saw
hook.
it, right? You saw his torso fell over, and or not his torso, his legs and shit fell over, and blood spewed down, but his body didn't fall.
Maybe it happened off camera.
I was
like,
gonna
on the
say,
other side
but like
when
maybe
Didn't know because blood fell down from the body.
Maybe there was a meat hook it was stuck to.
I think just the right way.
I think we're missing something there, where maybe in a deleted scene or like a little something they shot that we didn't catch. But I don't know, because I'm like, every time, ever since I was a kid, I'm like, why does his legs fall down, but not his upper half?
May I offer this? It doesn't matter if we're missing something. In a deleted scene or otherwise,
cut.
it's not there for us to see.
And it's drove me nuts for almost 35 years.
It's like my argument with Terrifier
He's still
2.
floating there.
I don't care if you're
still floating there.
I don't care if you're gonna fix it in Terrifier 3. You didn't put it in Terrifier 2 to explain the bullshit. So still not happy with Terrifier 2. Sorry.
Terrifier? Did you see Terrifier 3?
No, not yet. I'm just saying.
Oh, I was gonna say.
If you explain Terrifier 2 with Terrifier 3, I still don't like Terrifier.
Terrifier 3 should be out.
Terrifier 4 should be.
It will be. Digital's coming out next week.
Okay.
Didn't they say
I'll be watching
Terrifier
that
4
next
got
week.
a
greenlit already?
greenlit?
Yeah, they did. But I just want to. Can you guys have any reasonable explanation?
He said Legend's it's still there.
It's gotta be
Still floating.
magic, man. It was like a magic disc that makes things.
You've met Gary Busey. There's strange things all about.
That is true.
So
His hair doesn't even know gravity.
So see, it's good.
It drives me fuck. You guys did you notice it?
No, I didn't. Not until
You didn't
did
see
that.
it?
No, I know.
did.
I saw that his bottom half fell, but for some reason, I guess in my mind, I thought it just cut like to the next scene before the other half.
No,
I
because
thought
it had enough time for it to fall over and blood spew down.
Thought I seen the other part of it like fall.
No,
like,
because blood
towards-
literally came down.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I thought I seen the other part of it fall like towards the edge of the screen.
No.
I'll make a TikTok out of this, and I'll put the scene
You got to.
in there.
I'm
and I'll
telling
just be
you,
like,
dude, because I want
what
you
do
to see
you
her like,
guys
holy.
think?
I don't know if you guys
I
have
don't know.
never noticed it, but I'm just like, because literally the thing goes through,
Yeah.
his bottom
Yeah.
half falls
The bottom
over,
falls.
and then blood falls.
no, you're
from that.
100%
I'm like,
correct.
I don't understand. Like,
But what I'm saying is like I swear I think I seen the other part of it fall like right at the edge of the screen.
Look it up now and put it on the screen. We'll watch it live.
I just don't understand.
Bet it's on YouTube.
Keep reading. I'm going to look it up.
Okay. The Predator attempts to activate the self-destruct device on its forearm, but Harrigan uses the throwing disc to sever its forearm and destroy the device.
And
The
you know
Predator
what? How is it that you can cut a nuclear warhead and it just that disables it?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, so that's all you got to do is chop it and it's like deactivated?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I thought the same. I was like, I'll let it go because it's alien technology, because we don't understand it anyway. So I let that one slide because I'm like, he just chops it and it does nothing.
Okay.
The Predator falls through an apartment window and uses a medical kit to treat its wounds, then flees through the building. Harrington follows it down an elevator shaft and finds its spacecraft in an underground chamber. Inside the ship, the two face off in a final duel, with Harrington finally killing the Predator by impaling its chest with the throwing disc. Several other Predators appear, collecting their dead comrade and presenting Harrington with an antique flintlock pistol labeled Raphael Adolini. Adolini, 1715. Harrington escapes the ship as it takes off and reaches the surface just as the remainder of Keyes' team arrives. Furious that they were unable to capture the alien, Harrington speculates that the creature will return. That is it.
Do you think that Herb guy woke up after they all left the apartment?
Do you think the top half of his body woke up?
I don't know.
No. Nothing?
I found it. I gotta get it on the computer first, though. You guys keep talking.
Anyways.
I really thought that was a pretty funny question. I thought that, that Herb guy would have woken up. That lady kept asking for her husband to wake up.
She
check
did,
in the
and
bathroom.
he didn't. And I'm surprised.
So I'm saying, do you think he woke up
I'm surprised she
after
didn't whenever
everybody left?
Right.
I just wonder what the question was on Jeopardy.
Oh, actually, I do know that, but I didn't put it in there because I didn't think anybody would remember the question. But yeah, I did know the answer to that.
God damn, where's that?
Yeah.
You'd think they would have heard them crash through the bathroom.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he never woke up. Like, you think he did after everybody left?
Maybe no. Maybe he died. I mean, maybe she just didn't know.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, but did you hear my prompt from earlier from psychology?
That's true. You think the predators at the end were actually really there? Or did they beam down to get the body and then beam back up?
Well, they stole the spaceship.
Yeah, but at the end of the first one, what happened to the spaceship that he had?
It crashed.
The guy blew up. The original predators.
So, and some of them, they don't. I don't know that they land or if they hover.
Well, no, the theory is that their spaceships, if their predator or whatever is gone and they know, then they can bring them back up from their home planet.
How did
that's,
they get
that's
that
the working
spaceship
theory.
underground?
That's a good question. I never understood.
That's another good question. I think
been there.
There's actually some theories. I think I put them in trivia.
Okay. So I found the video. I think this is it. I hope. I didn't watch or anything, so hopefully this is it.
Let's see.
If it's not, then shoot.
Yeah. So you guys tell me. Yeah, this is it.
Fuck that gun in particular.
Yeah, he broke that gun like it was a toy.
It was. I don't know if you know how movies work, but that's usually not real guns.
I know, but he broke it like it broke like a plastic gun.
No, I know.
It
They
was
didn't even
chocolate,
try to make it
really.
look like it was metal.
Girl, get up.
Half his face is gone.
Too late to go home now. Get out of here, arrogant. I want to save your ass. This is between me and him.
Dead.
This is right here. Watch. There it goes. Even slow motion. You can't. Okay, so hits his body, torso falls, blood falls. Blood's still falling. Where's his fucking torso? Where's his body?
I swore I thought I'd seen the other part of it fall, but apparently not.
This is what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm going with Eric. It's stuck to a cow.
It's gotta be
That
stuck
was-
to the cow.
No, it's in a meat hook, you guys.
I just don't understand it. I haven't understood it for
It's
35
frozen to a cow.
years. Since this movie
goodness.
has come out, ever since I was a kid, I'm like, wait, hold on.
Back up.
Is that possible? Like,
Obviously, it happened.
It disintegrated.
I
Boom.
just didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand. Because if at the very least, maybe just it falls, no blood, you don't see any blood, or whatever, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they just forgot.
Frozen to a cow.
I wish I could help you on that, but I can't.
Not
Like I
to
said,
mention,
the first time I watched it,
that
I
thingy
literally
isn't
thought
even wide enough to cut
pan
Gary
away.
Busey in half
No.
like that. It's not wide enough.
But I cut all the meats in half.
It just
Alien
really bothers
technology.
me. Yeah, alien technology. It bothers the shit out of me. Anyway, moving on. Are you guys done with all your stuff?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yep.
We good?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Let's go this bitch.
All right. I'm going to start with Madison. Madison, what did you think of Predator 2 from 1990?
It was good. I feel like I liked the first one better, though.
Everybody likes the first one better.
Oh,
It's actually considered one of the greatest action movies of all time.
okay. Anyways,
It's very dismissive.
Right. All right. Fuck you, Dad.
I really
Dumb
like
piece
this.
of shit.
I really like this movie. It was okay compared to the first one. Kind of mediocre. It was like an old cop movie, really.
I think that's what I liked about it.
Old cop movies are okay. They're good movies to watch with your dad. I'm calling them dad movies. Anyways, there wasn't really any music, was there?
Most of what you hear is the
Dramatic.
same score that you got from the first
Recycled
one.
soundtrack.
Gotcha. I didn't
Yeah.
really notice any music from it.
I did notice the music, but it's the same music that you got from the first movie.
I
Yeah.
like movies that can like add that music to it, that like really
Elevate
feed
the movie.
into it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what that music does, but you're used to hearing it because it was already in the first movie. So,
The jungle.
but I like the score to the first and second movies.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think-
It's alright. It's alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and rate it because I don't have a way with words. Anyways, I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
6.5. What are
Yeah.
you looking,
Be
are
loud
you
and
looking at me
proud.
like I was going to be disappointed?
Go ahead, your turn.
That's your
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
your
score. Like nobody's gonna get mad about
I don't give a
it.
fuck if you guys like it or not. I love it. So,
I'm sure you do.
all right. So for me, I've loved this movie for, like I said, about 35 years. I've been watching it since I was a kid. The movie actually has grown on me more than it actually, I loved it as a kid, but like it's grown on me more the more that I watch it. And the reason why I like it so much is because it's fucking dirty. It never looks clean. Everybody's fucking sweaty. It looks hot. It looks hot, like a hot environment, like it is 110 degrees out all the time in that city. And I love the gritty cop kind of detective shit that's going on top of the alien stuff that's going on, and the gang war shit and all that stuff. It's fucking great. It really, really, it gives me the vibes of like, it's like Predator meets Die Hard. That's what it puts me in the mind of. And I know you guys may not agree, but that's what I get from it. It's Die Hard 3 and Predator.
You're fine.
Yeah. Sure.
But
opinion.
I love the movie. I think that fucking Danny Glover kills it in this movie. I love him in it. I think he's a badass and he's fucking mean, and I think it's great. I love Bill Paxton, and I wish Danny didn't die because he was awesome. I don't know. The whole movie's awesome. I will say that this is the weakest Predator of all the Predators throughout the franchise, because this dude got his ass whipped. Like the first Predator, he had held more of a chance, but in this movie, he even had more technology, had more weapons, and he still got his ass handed to him by Danny Glover with just this like thing, this like disc thing.
This disc thing.
Well, you got to think, Arnold
Hey,
Schwarzenegger,
that disc thing could take out nuclear warheads. Okay.
and that disc thing was badass. I don't care.
So I'm saying,
I'd like
it
to
can
own
take out
one of those.
if it can take out a nuclear warhead, that Predator didn't stand a chance. Let's
But
be real.
I think that there's a few things with this movie I didn't care for. Like the ship was a bit much, I think, at the end. I thought it looked cool and it was a cool end like set piece.
How do you get it underground?
There's an issue. How'd you get it underground? Like why though? Why does it need to be
Man,
there?
I thought the ship was the coolest.
It is the cool. I love the shot.
Like
I think
the
it
set
looks
piece.
awesome.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
set piece.
yeah.
But like it just didn't make any sense. I know that it was like a great. It was supposed to be like, oh, this is the final battle right here.
I
on
love
the
how
ship.
they put the alien head in there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like a little Easter egg. There are a few things. I
noticed
thought
that, guys.
the part where he's like healing himself in the bathroom with that liquid and shit. You're like, what the fuck? How's he doing that? But it's awesome because it's alien technology.
He did that in the first one, though, too.
Yeah, but he didn't use just like shit from a fucking a plaster
Drywall.
wall. You know what I mean?
they always use something from their environment, remember? Like, he pulled something out from his, like, pouch or whatever, and then he was using, like, leaves and shit.
Right.
So they always find something from the environment
Right.
to use. I did find that part very interesting because
Yeah.
I remembered that from the first one because I remember thinking like this dude's, this predator in the first one. I remember thinking about, how the predator had been through this, and this, but then, having to put that stuff on apparently hurts like hell.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking how cool it was that in the first one he used leaves and stuff with his technology to make, the ointment, and in this it was the same. I thought that was cool.
So, I think that for this movie, I love this franchise. This and the Alien franchise are two of the coolest horror franchises to ever exist, in my opinion. But I also like alien shit, and I love sci-fi and stuff. But the thing is with the Alien franchise, it kind of fell off really fast. It pretty much fell off with the first movie or the third movie, and then you know what I mean. But with this one, it went pretty strong with 1, 2. Even Predators was really good. The Predator wasn't that great. But then Prey was amazing. So, like, this movie is going way stronger than the Alien franchise ever did. So, because I don't care what anybody says about Predator 2. Predator 2 is the shit. And for that, I'm giving it an 8.5. Great movie.
A dad movie.
Sure, whatever you want to call it.
For me, I think that the strongest thing about this movie was like you saw a lot of consistency between Predator. I guess you'd call it lore. They didn't really.
I appreciate that too.
Yeah, like
you know, sometimes they'll bring in another director and they want to change a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
different writers want to change a bunch of shit.
So you saw enough of a difference between this Predator and the last Predator to know that they were different predators, part of the same species, obviously, but not the same one.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw a lot of consistency there with that lore, and I appreciate that. I like that.
I want to stop you for a second. One thing that somebody brought up that I never really paid attention to that I realized recently is that the great thing about this franchise is that each and every movie gives you something completely fucking different.
Mm-hmm.
Different environment, different timeline, different all kinds. Mm-hmm. So the first one takes place in the jungle during with guerrilla warfare and this and that. The second one takes place in L.A., the concrete jungle. The next one takes you to an alien planet, with different life forms and blah, blah, blah. And then the next one takes you into, like, this other sort of, like, elite fucking bullshit, whatever. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't like that one. And then Prey takes you back, like, 300 years with, like the original indigenous colonies that, were around America and that. Mm-hmm. Like, those things all, like, I love that. And it's cool to see where this takes people because there's great hunters and great prey in every sort of environment and situation that you could take. Like, pitch me, like we've already talked about before with the samurai, like bring us a good samurai movie with, the Predator and a samurai. How fucking badass would that? They already gave you like a small little teaser of that in Predator or in Predators.
Yep.
And whenever with the dude, the Yakuza guy with the fucking sword.
Yep.
That was one of the best scenes of that whole fucking movie. And I would love to see, that would easily be my favorite Predator movie.
It would.
So, I'm just sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just saying I like the variety that these movies bring you.
But I like the fact that they keep it consistent between the movies. You
variety.
You get a little piece
setting.
You get pieces of the lore in each one, or you get additions to the story, but it stays consistent. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I don't like it when you get like
because the first one was completely mysterious.
Yeah, well, and I don't like it when you get different variations of a story, but they don't line up.
Right.
I hate that. And then I'd say I didn't like Danny Glover as the cast.
You didn't?
No, he's too nice.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved him in this role.
Well,
I love him as the
I think
the
it's
asshole.
because that's all I see. Every role I see him in.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't unsee that, and he's just all I can see. Like
It is sad that his two most notable like things is a cop and a cop.
and I don't see him. I don't see him as a badass. All I can see is just like even when he's
I'm
trying to
getting too old for
be.
this shit.
Even when he's trying to be a badass, it's like, oh, isn't that cute?
You
You know what I mean? Like it's just like I can't. I can't.
That's cute.
Yeah, I can't. He's just not a good cast for me
That's
in
true.
this.
He does have a really nice face.
Yeah.
Like, he's just got that nice, like, he's like your neighbor that you want to go over and talk to every day. Because you know he's got some kind of, like, wise, like, some great wisdom to give you. You know what I mean? Like, he's that guy.
The worst he's going to be is he's going to be that guy that's going to try to save you because he's the good guy. You know, that's the worst you're going to get out of him.
Don't ruin Danny Glover for me.
I'm sorry.
I love him in this movie.
I'm sorry.
I love him in this movie.
That's all I could see, though, and that was bad for me. And then, like, I know that you like the soundtrack. I like the soundtrack for the first one, but reusing it in this seemed lazy, and it didn't fit for me because it sounded like the jungle.
Well, yes, but that's the thing. It's the iron. It's the concrete jungle.
I know
but also,
that,
I get where you're coming from.
You
but you got to think about it in the aspect, like, look at the Terminator.
No. Listen. Like the Terminator, they took that soundtrack
and they tweak it.
Tweak it.
Tweak it every once in a while.
Take the soundtrack and tweak it. Give it a little urban sound for the urban jungle. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I got you.
I like the soundtrack, and I liked it for the first one for that jungle sound. But you bring it into the urban jungle, I want a little bit of urban sound with my jungle. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So
throw in like some old Run DMC in there.
Sure, I don't care. Something, give it something. Don't just throw in the old soundtrack and call it good. That's lazy, right. and it doesn't sound as good. It doesn't sound as good just thrown in on top of that cityscape. I'm sorry, it just doesn't to me. And probably the worst thing, on top of all the other plot stuff we've talked about and acting that was just way over the top, but the worst thing for me in this movie is for it being a Predator movie. There is frightening little Predator footage.
There really isn't a lot.
No, you see bits, right? Like you'll see a foot or a leg or an arm, or and in the jungle, you saw a lot of the camouflage, right? Like you saw a lot of the camouflage in this too. But you got to see it, right? Like it was up close. It was in your face. You got to see that Predator. They were proud of that Predator, right? They wanted to show that Predator off.
I liked it when it calls him pussy face.
Yeah. In this one, it was almost like they were like ashamed of their Predator. They didn't want to show it off very often, and you didn't get to see
don't
it.
Don't look
very
at my dog.
much.
It's ugly.
Yeah, just don't look at it. Don't look at it. We don't want you to see it. You know.
If you don't look at it, it won't bite.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't hate it with the fire of 1,000 suns, but I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Let me ask you this. What did Jeremiah think?
He didn't like it either.
He didn't like it?
Mm-mm.
That's okay.
All right, so...
Fuck you, Jeremiah.
Waiting for it.
All right, so...
I saw him at Kroger again yesterday.
He told me.
I was like, dude, every time I'm here...
He told me. So we should just have a running appointment, I guess.
Yeah, it's every Monday, I think, too.
Probably.
I think it's every Monday. I don't know. Last time I saw him, because last time I saw it might have been a Tuesday. It was right before podcast. I know that. I think it was Monday.
It might be Monday.
All right. Anyway,
so I did really enjoy like the old, I enjoyed the score, but like Karen said, add a little bit more of the urban to it. But I enjoyed the what I did get to see the Predator. I enjoyed seeing the new Predators that were in it.
the nude Predators.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
new.
big
I think you
ones.
downloaded the wrong one.
NDEW, new. Apparently, you were thinking of them being nude.
I mean, aren't you a little interested? on what they might look
I
like.
mean, they already have pussy in their mouth.
I mean, it kind of makes you wonder what
Pussy
the girls
face.
got in their face. What's up, dick face?
Maybe that's how they mate.
Maybe. Ow, your mandible. It's poking my penis. Shut up and just play with my boobies. Sorry. Got a little too far. Got weird.
And cancellation? You there yet?
Got weird. Anyway. Pussy face, dick face, it's all the same. They all got mandibles. I don't understand that. Like,
Anyways,
maybe that is how they mate. That's funny. Holy shit. We've never seen a female predator. You never know. They might have.
Please continue.
Maybe it's an asexual thing.
You think when they get aroused, it gets bigger, or?
well, did they say that they mess with genetics to create other predators?
I have no idea. Oh, because there's bigger predators?
Yeah, but I thought it was
Yeah.
more like a 300 situation, like the Spartans, where they just like get rid of the ones that are not good.
I don't know. They get more into that in the next one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so I enjoyed some of the sets that they had for it and stuff like that, but I did not enjoy the acting. Did not. It was way overplayed in some of the
A little over the top.
yeah. Danny Glover did a good job, but some of the
I
other,
understand where you're coming from, but okay, I'm gonna just kind of bring up a point. So the whole point of this movie is like they're in gang. There's just gang wars. Like the streets are like just flooded with war all the time, shooting, violence. So their acting might seem a little over the top, but at the same time, how would you react and how would you be in a situation like that where literally your streets are a war zone every day?
yeah, but not when you're like doing the
How would I react? I'd move.
Move.
yeah, but not when you're doing the
Yeah, but Danny Glover is supposed to be a soldier. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's a soldier.
Well, the way I'm saying is like
His acting wasn't over the top though.
yeah. The way I'm saying the over the top acting was when he first pulled up and she just like the girl she was like, oh, they're doing this. That's what I'm talking about.
Kind of
that
robotic.
kind, yes,
a little bit like
that
just reading
kind
off
of
a cue
acting.
card.
William Shatner.
Yes,
Yeah.
that kind of acting.
There's something on the wing.
Hey, assholes. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That was way over the top.
They're,
kind of-
What?
they're dying, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
yeah, that kind of over the acting kind of
Fucking William Shatner.
Some
that
thing.
that kind of acting was just like that killed it for me right there, right off the get go, and then throughout the rest of the movie, there was just other ones that were doing it. It was just like it was throwing me off. But as
If you
far
were
as
in a movie and you were an actor, and somebody was acting like that,
I'd smack
it'd be-
them.
No, it would be hard not to like do it too. You know, like if you were working with William Shatner and he was like, "There's something on the wing," and your next
like,
line,
Oh my god.
your line,
What is it?
yeah, like everybody else, wouldn't it be hard to just be like act normal and he's talking like that, and you'd be like, "Oh no," you know, like,
Oh no.
Yeah.
sorry.
So that dinged it for me.
It would be really.
It would be.
But other than that, like some of the the sets, the makeup and the gore, like the dead bodies, the ones hanging up,
Besides
all
one missing.
huh?
Besides half of one missing.
The way they did, where they were the hanging bodies, all that stuff, all that was done pretty well. So I'm going to come in with a 6 for me.
So it's a 6.625.
Okay. So I believe that critics gave it a lower score than that. I'm gonna go. So critics scores. I think for critics, I think they're gonna be lower. I'm gonna go 40. Man, it might even be lower than that.
You're in the 40s.
I'm gonna say 48. 48%. Because I'm thinking they're low too.
I bet it's. I'm 43.
I'm saying 48.
43%.
Fuck you guys. I'm going to say I'm 32.
Eric's gonna take it. It's a 30%.
Damn!
Holy shit!
Damn.
I knew it was going to be low. I just didn't know how low.
Man, I didn't think it was that low.
Because I know that this was like a really like people did not like this movie that much. But
I didn't think
the
it would be
audio
that low.
score is going to be higher because I think that people, over the years, people have grown to love this movie.
It's got cult status now.
So
Hold on, let me say the critics' consensus. The thrill of the hunt is gone in this hackneyed
Hackneyed?
Hackneyed.
sequel.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
I'm gonna say 70.
I'm saying 48.
I'm going to go between you guys. I think it's in the 60s. What did you say?
74.
I said 48.
I'm going to go 65.
Eric's gonna take it again. It's a 44.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it
Cult
was-
status, man. I thought it would have went up a little. Jesus.
No.
All right.
All right,
Well
David I.
Fuck you, cheater.
Oh.
Finally,
Cheater.
I'm all the way over here.
You got like magic eyes or something.
Magic eyes.
He's got movie magic eyes.
Like crazy eyes over there. Deeds, I thought we were watching Scooby Doo.
It's bad. It's really bad. Half a star. David I.
Oh, that's
Yeah. All right.
very insightful.
Thank you, David.
Sir.
David, insightful.
2 stars from Cat A. Ooh.
Cat's ass.
Cat A.
Cat A.
Caddy.
This movie just feels like another bad sequel that's not as good as the first one. None of the past actors are in this movie, and
Well,
there's
no shit.
thrill.
It's not as good as the first one. No, I'll say that. And no, of course the original actors, except for the Predator. Same guy played the Predator again. And obviously the Mexican guy.
He died twice.
He died twice. Poor fella.
Half a star from Marcos V. This movie sucks. Don't waste your time watching this trash.
Okay.
There's no explanation at all. In any
No,
of these.
there's never.
I hate that.
Sergey?
Sergey.
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 Was that you?
No.
What was that sound?
I have no idea.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was like a cat.
It might have been a cat.
Sounded like it was in here.
I know.
Uh,
I sound like someone was doing the weird thing with their voices, like. But it was like super quiet.
That was definitely not me. I can't do
Yeah.
those kind of things.
It sounded like a cat, but it sounded like
Came
it was
out of
in
Eric's
here,
pussy
but
face.
Far away. It sounded like.
That's fucked up, man.
he knows how to whistle. He knows how to whistle with his
face.
mandibles.
Oh my god, he's queefing out of his face.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
man.
it. That's weird.
A top predator in the
It's
universe.
fucked up, man.
A top predator in the universe that even killed an alien is being killed by an average LA cop. Really?
I wouldn't call him average by any means.
Half a star from Sergey.
Thanks, Sergey.
Sir,
Uncle
you're
Joe
gay.
just messaged.
I think I've made that joke before.
Dad,
That might be the same Sergey.
Probably is.
Dad, Uncle Joe just messaged. He said, "I'll extra large, extra large."
What?
Okay.
A star and a half. I liked it better when it took place in the jungle with a select few characters. There are many moments in the movie that were way too ridiculous and convenient, even for it being a movie. While there were a couple of good things, like decent directing, camera work, and Bill Paxton's acting, even though he played an annoying character, I mostly found myself criticizing how much of it I sat through. The special effects don't hold up anymore, and there are several times when Danny Glover's character stumbles upon certain sets even though he gets there randomly and doesn't even know they're there. Plus, the street crime element of Los Angeles was way too blown out of proportion to be believable. Not really worth a watch, IMO,
In my opinion.
in my opinion. How do you know that?
I was getting ready to say the same. I was like, in my opinion.
You know?
IMO, that's what that is.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on
what
now.
it
my
means.
opinion.
Y'all, old soul, it's kicking in.
Yeah.
Anyways, No
The
depth
3 adults
or-
knew it and she didn't.
No depth or originality at all.
Yep, that's a cat. fighting
Oh,
another
okay,
cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
I
a
was-
outside.
cat fighting another
Okay.
cat.
Woo!
It fucking did it to me again. I was like, what the fuck?
I know, I was going to jump out of my skin for a
Like Eric?
second.
Is there a fucking ghost in here somewhere? I'm fucking out. I'm running.
Oh man.
I was about to book it.
From Derek Lynn.
I was too.
Fucking
Power
bye.
of
Fucking
Christ.
Leave the phone. There is no use for it anymore. That's what's haunted. That's why we think it's coming from you.
Be gone, devil phone.
Oh man. Half a star. Just another failure of a sequel. 2 stars. Atrocious. For 2 stars, that's a bad word.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I didn't really remember what this one was like. Okay, so it hits 2 out of 5 instead of 1 out of 5. As out of nowhere, the last half hour actually makes this watchable and even good. Should have been so much better, though.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I mean, what the fuck you
3
want?
stars, 6 out of 10. Not terrible, and you can have fun.
Okay, cool.
For real. 2.5 stars. It's a pretty average, gratuitously violent monster movie. Enjoyable enough on its own, but totally unworthy as a sequel to the crowning achievement of survival horror action. Mediocre movie, got some cool stuff, but the last act is way too long and boring.
I
3 stars.
disagree. The last
The
act,
last act
the
was
best
the best
part
part
of
of
the
the
whole
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
the whole chase between Danny Glover hunting him down
And then the fight scene.
says, half star, fuck this movie with everything that can fuck.
I like it.
That's the best review I've
Yes,
ever fucking
I like
heard.
it.
Fuck this movie with everything that can fuck.
Do you want me to save it?
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
That's great.
Save it.
But yeah, dude, the last act of this movie is the best part. Pretty much from that scene where Keys bites it until the end is like the best part because it's just Danny Glover becoming the hunter and the predator becoming the prey. That's the best part. So, yeah. I don't agree with that at all. I think the last part is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's you. It's Madison. She sent,
Oh, she sent
sent it to
all of us.
everybody. Fuck this movie with everything that can fuck. Okay. All right. Moving on to
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
With Karen.
That's me.
That's to me.
That's me.
Mario.
Karen.
Come on.
Stephen Hopkins was given the task of directing Predator 2 after greatly impressing the studio when directing Nightmare.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up now. You got me doing it.
Fuck
your own face!
I'm sorry, continue.
I can't.
Shut up.
After
Let her
you.
get through the show. We're running late on time
I'm
here.
sorry.
Put that cookie down!
We spent too much time fucking around, goddammit.
I'm sorry, Dad. After greatly impressing the studio when directing A Nightmare on Elm Street: The Dream Child, he had been given just 4 weeks to shoot and a further 4 weeks to edit the film.
That was his resume? Just
Yeah,
The Dream Child?
yeah.
Oh, wow. It's not even the best one. Honestly, it might be the weakest next to, 6 and 2. Dream Child. Because let's face it. Okay.
Yeah, no,
What's
I
your
don't...
order? I never asked. What's your order?
New Nightmare. 1, 2, 4, 3,
Oh.
2's not even on there.
5.
2 doesn't exist.
Oh. Man, I'd have to write them down.
I think mine would be
which ones I
3,
said.
3, 1, New Nightmare, 4, 5, 2.
2 didn't even
Or
register.
sorry. That's wrong. 3, 1, New Nightmare, 5, then Freddy's dead, then 4, then Freddy's dead, then 5, then 2.
You said 5 twice.
That's because I meant to say 4. Sorry.
You're good at this.
I think I got all of mine in there, but 2's definitely last.
2 is always going to be last.
I don't even
The fucking
think 2
movie is
should have to
terrible.
register.
2 is terrible. But Dream Child was not the best either.
No,
Like, it was good.
I
It was
like Dream Child only because of it has Alice and Alice's arc, and Alice beats him twice, and she never shows up again.
I will give it that much.
He
yeah.
never goes after Alice again, so he apparently
But
learned
I
his lesson.
put Freddy's Dead before that just because of the cast and everything that goes on in the movie. I know a lot of people hate it for a lot of different reasons because they try to kill off Freddy and all these other
I'd
things.
put Dream Child above.
I figured
Freddy's
you
Dead,
would,
yeah.
but I actually like Freddy's Dead more than Dream Child.
Yeah.
But the
I
first
can
one before that,
understand.
what was the one called before that?
Oh, that
Not Dream Warrior. It's Dream Master.
Dream Master. Yeah.
Dream Master.
Yeah.
That one's good.
Yeah.
That one's one of my favorites. I like
3,
that
4, and 5 to me are like, I don't know.
I guess they are.
They're just like.
I guess they are.
They're
They're
like a
yeah,
meat and
I guess.
potatoes kind of thing.
The only shitty part is they took out Patricia Arquette for Dream Master.
She didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
I'm saddened that she didn't come back. But only, I mean, they did kill her off, but still.
I think they would have kept her on if.
You think
I don't think Alice would have existed.
You think that they would have kept Patricia Arquette
I
through
think
those
Kirsten would
three?
have been the
The main final girl.
3 movies. I think.
You know what's sad is if she would have kept that role and just kept doing it, then she would be bigger than like Heather Langenkamp, and things like that in that series. She would be.
I don't know.
a
I think they would always have a hard on for Nancy.
Maybe, but I think that in this case, because Nancy was outed for Patricia Arquette, I think that if Patricia Arquette took up that mantle, she'd be like one of the biggest names as a final
I don't
girl.
disagree.
She'd be up there with Laurie Strode and all them. You know what I mean? So
I don't disagree.
But anyway, sorry. We
Got derailed a
got off
little bit.
subject a little bit. Fuck Freddy.
He had been
You
given,
love Jason. Don't lie.
He's all right in some ways. I bet he's got a big dick.
He likes to swing it a
He
lot.
does have like that big dick aura about him.
And you have that zesty aura.
Just
You
saying.
need to chill out.
I don't know. You see that machete
He likes to
carries
swing it.
around?
You think he's
Seems like
compensating?
yeah, I think he's compensating.
It's not
for
that
something.
big though. I mean, like his machete's not that big. You know what I mean? Like I drove a big truck, but that's only because I had to drive a big truck. You know what I mean? It wasn't compensation.
I'm not
I
trying
didn't
to
put big
call you out.
tires
I'm
on
calling
it.
out Jason.
I didn't put big tires on it and lift it. No, I used what I had. What
I'm
I
calling
needed.
out Jason. I'm not calling out you.
I'm saying like
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the
Machete,
Hey,
the size of his
machete's
machete.
not the only thing
Yeah.
he uses.
Well, I'm saying like the machete, like it's what he had to use. It's not that.
Why does he do that all the time?
That's what he had to use.
He's done that like 6 times already. Every day.
That's
What did they
about
say in
right.
Weird Science? How'd they say it?
Tossing off.
I'm not tossing off. All right, I don't toss off. Tossing off
6 times, okay.
6 times. Wasn't tossing off. That's what Trump's doing every time he's up there.
But like I said, Jason doesn't just use a
I toss
machete.
off the best. It's amazing. Like I don't know.
He uses weed whackers. He uses ice picks. He uses
He uses sleeping
He
bags.
uses it. Yeah, he uses everything
Sleeping
at
bags
his,
of
as his
trees.
disposal. Fucking
nitrogen, fucking liquid nitrogen.
That
Yeah.
was definitely the coolest death I've ever seen in a movie. Definitely.
It's definitely the
Fucking
best
boat
movie of the
wars.
franchise. Jason X is amazing.
Yeah, it
I
is.
hated it whenever I was younger. I was like, this movie is cheesy as fuck.
It
Oh no, I
was.
But
loved
then you
it.
like get older, like this movie's amazing.
No, I loved it the first time I saw it.
I didn't think about it.
Oh,
Like,
no,
like
I
this is
did.
not a Jason movie. I was like all stuck up in the air about it.
Jason Goes to Manhattan was probably one of
I like Jason Goes to Manhattan.
the...
I liked it
it was so
because
cheesy.
it took him out of the goddamn camp, put him on a boat, and then put him in Manhattan for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, literally.
He literally boxed a guy and put his
He
hand,
did
hand
too. He
through
knocked
his
his
fucking
fucking
head.
head clean off. Like, all right, come on.
I think my favorite part is when he walked through and like kicked those kids' boombox.
It's still a meme today.
Yeah.
Like the one with Mariah Carey and her Christmas music.
Yeah.
He comes through and kicks it.
Yeah, when they play it too early, right before Halloween. Oh, shit.
At least wait till November 2nd. Not the 1st. It's too close.
No, wait until after Thanksgiving, you fucking selfish
They're not
prick.
going to do that. Okay?
That's why you gotta
have to
love
ask a
Jason,
day
because
at
he
a
One
makes
time.
some
holiday
memes
at a
with him.
time,
Right.
people.
Don't overwhelm me, okay? I'm a soft guy.
Jason has his place, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Yes, behind Freddy.
Debatable.
I haven't seen Friday the 13th at all, and I've only seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street, so I don't have a place in this conversation.
So you can watch the first two, and skip like 4 or 5 of them, and then go on from there, because like they're all the same. They all take place at the camp. They're all the same. They're all just the same. Literally, they're all the same. There's nothing original. Like, no offense, Eric. I know you like the kills. I get it. All right. There's more to a fucking movie than kills.
No, there's not.
Whatever. All right, kills and boobs. I'm sorry.
You're getting somewhere.
I'm a guy.
He's my guy. I like them titties. And he's got that big dick energy.
Dad likes that because he's zesty. I'm never letting that go.
I'll be
Ever.
zesty all day. I don't give a fuck what that means. Go ahead, Karen. Sorry, man.
Well, I'm just going to sum up the first one that they gave him a really shitty timeline. Like 8 weeks. All in.
They only gave him 8 weeks to do what?
All of it.
To film?
4 weeks to shoot, 4 weeks to edit, while also overseeing special effects work.
You're telling me that he had 8 weeks to shoot and edit this movie?
He said
Okay,
that
you guys got to give this motherfucker some credit.
he said that he managed it because he was 28 at the time and required little sleep.
That's exactly what that would take, yeah. I bet even Danny Glover, though, because he's in, like, every scene. He's probably like, dude, like, they gotta give some kind of break, right? Like,
Right.
Like today,
labor
I don't have any
laws and
scenes
shit?
to do.
Right.
do I gotta pull the race card? Because I will.
The filming of the alley scene was very troublesome for the filmmakers due to the rough neighborhood. The alley was littered with garbage, most of which was used in the film, and plagued with large rats. Local residents, angered by the noise created by the film crew, would throw bottles and paper bags
I've heard
filled
that.
with feces from the windows at the crew in the alley below.
Mm-hmm.
Worst of all, the film crew found a dead body hidden among the garbage.
Damn.
Only
How
in
was
LA.
your day at work?
Only in
Well, we
LA.
found a dead body. I don't know if that's got anything to do with
Fucking Danny Glover's over there investigating. Danny, you're not a real cop. Go back to your trailer.
Well, you see, I think he was shot. Why you say that?
Bill Paxton's over there like making his jokes. And shit. You're not a real cop. Go back to your trailer.
The spear weapon that was used in the film disappeared and was reported stolen soon after filming was completed.
What was it?
The spear.
Oh,
I'm sure it's came up.
I'm sure it got sold somewhere. As
Oh,
well.
yeah, I'm sure it's sold. I'm sure it's on the black market somewhere.
I'd be a crew member like that.
Some of the Predator's sounds were recycled from Tremors from 1990. I didn't know that. The original storyline of the film was to have taken place in New York City, but Jim Thomas and John Thomas quickly changed it to Los Angeles because of budget concerns. The scene where the Predator raises the skull during the lightning storm was to have taken place atop the Chrysler building. The subway attack scene was directly adapted from the first Predator comic book series. The producers thought it was cool and wanted to use it in the film.
That's the only reason, because it didn't make any sense for the movie itself.
Right.
Jackass.
The film was recut and submitted for rating over 17 times, according to director Stephen Hopkins. Because of the more graphic shots of mutilated bodies, nudity, and decapitations by the Predator, the film was initially given an NC-17 rating. And there was brief talk to keep it that way, but this was ultimately believed to be detrimental to the box
Where's
office.
that unrated cut then? Give us that unrated cut.
Sons of bitches.
Because how badass would it be to see more gore?
Yeah, I agree, because it was pretty neat, some of those skin scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
By cutting around the explicit shots, often taking out somewhere between 6 and 12 frames, they were able to obtain the desired R rating. Hopkins said that no full scenes had to be cut due to violence, only for pacing issues. Now this has to do with why Arnold wasn't in the movie, and there's a few different reasons that were given. So I'm going to kind of give the different reasons that were given, and you guys can kind of decide for yourselves, because they all sound plausible to me. Arnold said no to Predator 2 because of a dispute over money. According to producer John Davis, it was over an additional $250,000.
I can believe that back then.
Which the studio refused to pay him. However, the director later stated that Arnold couldn't commit due to scheduling conflicts.
Also.
Kindergarten Cop with T2 set to start directly after.
Well, Kindergarten Cop was a movie that he really wanted to do. Really, really wanted to do for two reasons. One, he wanted to do a type of comedy.
Right.
Also, two, being he wanted to work with the director. I can't remember who the fuck he was. It was Ivan Reitman, I think it was. I think it was Reitman.
You might be right about that.
So,
like I said, all of these seem equally plausible to me. That's why I put them all in here.
Maybe it was all the reasons.
Could be.
Could be. John McTiernan's fee after Die Hard was $2 million. That's why he declined to direct this movie. Because the executives wanted to keep the budget the same as on the first film. For years, it was claimed that Gary Busey's character, Peter Keyes, was originally written into the script to be Dutch.
Really?
That's one of the claims.
Yeah.
It would have been a more robust role, resulting in Arnold and Harrigan both sharing headline for the film. But because Arnold turned it down, due to his dissatisfaction with the script and the director, the role was renamed and reduced to a secondary villain/anti-hero role and recast with Busey instead.
I could see the appeal in that, but also I really feel like he would have to take the lead role at that point. Like there would be, like Danny Glover would be like in his shadow the whole time of the movie.
Well, in a 2021 podcast, this was kind of kiboshed by Hopkins. Both Dutch and Keyes were in the initial script, with a scarred Dutch set up to join forces with Harrigan in their hunt for the Predator. It was Keyes who had a minor role as a character, giving them leads on the creature. Arnold's main reason for declining was that James Cameron had asked him for Terminator 2, Judgment Day as well, and he couldn't do both at the same time. Keyes' role was subsequently rewritten and expanded into a shady government man, especially due to the energy that Busey brought to the part. Hopkins actually regretted that there were no scenes scripted between Busey and the equally energetic Bill Paxton as Lambert. I kind of want to go with like what Hopkins is saying is the reason, which kind of leaves out everything, like leaves out the money part, but kind of brings all of the other pieces into play.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like there were just a lot of reasons why Arnold couldn't return for the movie. So
a lot of scheduling conflicts.
By that point, though, I mean Arnold was like becoming a household name.
Oh,
I mean, people were. It was really the box office was. It was like he was the moneymaker.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure that like his like fee was quite large at the time.
Yeah. So I mean, it could have been all of it too.
Right.
I'm sure if he could have returned for it, he probably would have.
Maybe.
But I'm sure like he probably had a lot of scheduling conflicts with it. So
yeah, maybe.
Thought you guys might like this. In 2020, Hopkins revealed that he met with Steven Seagal for the lead role in the film. Seagal wanted to play the character as a CIA psychiatrist who knew martial arts. The studio kept pushing for Seagal as the lead. Hopkins passed on casting him, wanting the character to be more of an average Joe type. Seagal went on to another Jamaican-themed movie, Marked for Death, in 1990.
I'm glad they didn't put him in this fucking movie.
I thought you would like that. Hopkins also had envisioned Patrick Swayze playing the part, but he was unable to, having been injured while doing Roadhouse the previous year.
Patrick Swayze.
I could see him in the lead role.
Yeah,
maybe.
I could see that. I could see him being Harrigan.
People would have definitely looked at him
differently
in a different manner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Bless you.
God damn it. Every time.
You good?
Every fucking time.
The gunfight in East Los Angeles was shot in 3 long days, with the exception of interiors of the building, which was shot on the Fox lot. The circumstances in LA were quite dangerous due to actual gang fights, stabbings, and shootings that were going on. The crew was actually protected by the Crips during the shoot.
Huh.
The predators of the hunting party not included not including the city hunter, are often referred to collectively as the lost predators because the suits used to depict them on film were literally lost after production was completed. For the character designated as the Elder, the Stan Winston crew used the original Predator head, modified slightly with foam latex appliances. We changed the structure and the look of it a bit, and broke a tusk on it to make it look older. It was fun to go back and look at that guy again. So we were talking about the spacecraft and how it got under a building and all of those questions that we had about at the end.
Yeah, how it was underground.
So this was actually in trivia, and I'm not used to trivia bringing up questions, so I thought this was cool, and I put it in here, and it actually was some of the stuff we were talking about earlier. So, how is it that nobody noticed the Predator spacecraft land in the middle of LA? 2 theories have been offered. She uses an invisibility cloak and also has a silent run. This is supported in the first AVP film when Lex sees the ship to cloak knock 20 yards from her while she was standing in the open, and she didn't even notice it. 2, the predators on the ship had all taken turns hunting in the city, which may have taken decades. So they landed before the technology to detect her was invented and the area wasn't developed yet, or the population was minimal at the time so nobody saw her, which might explain how the ship wound up being located in a tunnel beneath a building. However, part of this theory is extremely unlikely, as the type of killings done by the Predator were unheard of in Los Angeles at the time. Had there been repeated visits to the area at more or less regular intervals, the LAPD, Sheriff's Office, California State Police, and the FBI would have records of similar cases. Assuming that the ship's cloak and silent run are sufficient to avoid visual detection by pedestrians and bystanders, this does not rule out that the ship was detected by radar. This would certainly explain why Keyes and his team are very quick to intervene during the gang war at the beginning, forbidding Harrigan and his team to enter the building. As Keyes explains, they have quite some knowledge of the predator species and their MO, so when they detect unidentified flying objects that are not visually confirmed, they probably know what they are dealing with. Just some
So
theories.
how did it get underground, though?
Well, that was one of the theories that was thrown out, was that since there were so many predators on the ship.
I get that, but that doesn't, like you said, that's debunked because the killings were recent.
Yeah.
So, but then again, why would so many predators be there unless they're because of it's a
See, I took it as
it's a type of tribe.
I took it as they beamed down to get the body and then just called the ship back. That was another theory that was presented. I didn't put it in trivia, but another theory that was presented was that once they know that the predator that brought the ship down there to hunt is confirmed dead or whatever, then they call it back. So that's why there was no ship left behind in the first Predator.
Yeah, but how did it get there to begin with and go underground?
That I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That I can't answer. But
but then again, they don't really show how underground it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They just see him coming out of that tunnel, getting blasted out of that tunnel or whatnot, and that's it.
But how could it get in there?
Or did it just land near it?
I mean, near it. It's
on the other side of the tunnel. I guess it is in the tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they fall through the elevator straight into that shit.
How?
Oh no! Maybe it flew into the tunnel and landed inside the tunnel.
You think someone feel maybe they thought it was an earthquake or something.
Yeah, but it would have to be a lot bigger than him. A lot like
the tunnel wasn't
size.
really big enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Scale wise for him to fit inside of that ship like he did.
Yeah.
It's a big ass tunnel.
The big ass tunnel. Yeah. I have no idea.
Maybe they dug that tunnel themselves.
Movie magic.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I just read to you the theories that they threw out there.
Yeah.
But even though they were
it's one thing that I've always wondered too. How the fuck did that
it's
thing
funny
get in
because
there?
they give theories and they're like, but then there's this, and then they give a theory and they're
they
like, but then there's
They
this.
debunk their own theories.
Yeah. It was funny to me. So anyway, yep, that's all I got.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
I guess we're not doing a Thanksgiving movie this year. Fuck
Oh.
Thanksgiving. No,
You
no,
don't-
I'm not. No,
No?
just
Okay.
pull one. Hopefully, it's not another horror movie. Give us something funny.
If it's a horror movie, you just want to do Thanksgiving.
Oh, if it's a horror movie, we're gonna pull another one.
Wedding Crashers.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy. Fuck it, we're doing it.
Okay.
Wedding Crashers. I don't know that I've ever seen this movie.
No,
No.
I don't think so. I might have once or seen bits and pieces. I know what the end is. I know the ending.
I thought it was funny.
It is funny. Isn't this the one where you see what's her face naked? Isla Fisher.
I
I
don't know
remember
if she's naked.
I think you do. I think you see her topless.
Topless, yes. Pretty sure.
Yeah, because that was Sacha Baron Cohen's wife. They're not married anymore though.
No.
So
she's.
she's pretty hot though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Hot Rod. I love that movie. The movie's amazing. All right. Anyway, next week we're gonna do Wedding Crashers. This is like Vince Vaughn's like breakout like comedy role.
Because it's my shit.
Same as yeah.
Oh, I was putting it on the thing.
Anyway, next week we're gonna do Wedding Crashers. Do you guys know what it's on?
Nope.
Trying to get there.
You get shitty service down here.
I do. It's not streaming anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it
Nope,
right
sure
there.
isn't.
Well, it's not streaming anywhere, so if you want to watch it, you got to rent it, unless you already own it, or go buy it. It's up to you. Next week, Wedding Crashers. Some of you might not have, might be, or well,
You want to try that again?
words.
Hubba-dubba-hubba-dubba.
Words. Some of you might not be, might not listen to our episodes before Thanksgiving, and if you don't, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But we'll see you again next week before Thanksgiving again. So,
Yeah.
hopefully you guys listen to us more frequently than that. Anyway, check those out. And down there in the description, all that good stuff. And until then, I guess we'll see you next week whenever we do Wedding Crashers.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.